faculty, and beloved students. Welcome to the orientation for nurses and USA-bound recruitment hosted by our institution, the Western Mindanao State University. It is a privilege to see everyone gathered here today as we embark on an exciting journey towards new opportunities and brighter futures. Let us begin our program with solemnity and pride, and we request everyone to please rise for the singing of the Philippine National Anthem, followed by the doxology and the Zamboanga Hermosa. Thank you very much. We may now take our seats. And to formally open this special event, it is with great pleasure that I introduce the leader of our institution, a beacon of inspiration and progress. Please join me in welcoming the University President, Dr. Maria Carla A. Ochotarena, for the welcome message. A round of applause, please.
Buenos dias a todos. It's nice to see familiar faces back here in Western Mindanao State University. And this engagement with Sir Joey Tugging was brought about by our recent visit to USA because he hosted us there. And we have seen how it is for our nurses to be working in America. And this is a very brighter future for our nurses because we have learned that Sir Joey is helping us out with the recruitment of our nurses for the USA. Sir Joey Tugging is an alumnus of Western Mindanao State University in the high school department. So I'd like just to welcome all of you to Western Mindanao State University. This is an endeavor that we took we considered as a very important, as well as honoring our alumni, those who are working abroad, and to facilitate the recruitment of nurses to go abroad. Of course, kung pwede lang muna, service muna to the country and then go abroad. But I guess as I see familiar faces here, you have been working already in this part of the region, and it's just proper to also explore for greener pasture abroad. I have seen the workplace in America, in the US, in California, and in Los Angeles, in San Francisco, because Sir Joey brought us around. And no, it's a very nice place, a very progressive place, developmental in nature, and at the same time, that will enable us to really have a very good life if you're going to work there. So this actually activity was facilitated by the College of Nursing, of course, headed by Dean A.J. Alawi, together with our alumni coordinator of the College of Nursing. And of course, the WMSU Alumni Association, headed by Attorney June Leong, represented here by Dr. Blanca Flor Jimeno, the Vice President for External Affairs of the WMSU Alumni Association. We'd like to welcome all of you to this orientation for those who would like to migrate to America. I tell you, this will really be a very good opportunity for all of us. And for the soon-to-be nurses of the College of Nursing, please pay attention because this is a greener pasture for all of you. Thank you very much and welcome to Western Mindanao State University.
Thank you very much once again to our University President, Dr. Maria Carla A. Ochotarena. And this time, ladies and gentlemen, let us enjoy first a vibrant cultural showcase by the Western Mindanao State University Zamboanga Dance Troupe, and their performance highlights the rich cultural heritage of Zamboanga, reminding us of the beauty of our roots as we aim for global horizons. Let us give them a round of applause, please.
Chabacano, un poquito español. Chabacano, Chabacano, la pueblo del Tallato en México. Chabacano, un poquito español. Por eso manda vecinos, hace grande el diablo lenguaje, porque único y bonito se Chabacano.
Thank you very much once again to the Western Mindanao State University, Zamboanga and Dance for that wonderful performance. So once again, we would like to thank our university president and our university officials, ma'am, as they are also going to go to another event on this university. And this time, ladies and gentlemen, to formally welcome and introduce our esteemed guest speaker who came all the way from the United States of America. Let us all welcome first our University and Board Secretary and the Director of the University Action Center. Let us all give a round of applause to Professor Algani D. Mohammed to introduce our guest speaker.
To our university officials headed by the University President, Dr. Maria Carla A. Ochotorena, the Vice President for Academic Affairs, Dr. Nurcia M. Barjose, the Dean of the College of Nursing, Associate Professor Hashim N. Alawi Jr. They just left a while ago because the university has an equally important event, a turnover ceremony of the College of Medicine building, the 100 million College of Medicine building, but only the phase one will be turned over to the university. So it's 9 o'clock, I think. So anyway, my task is to introduce to you our esteemed speaker for today's event. He is no stranger to the Western Mindanao State University. Like what the President said a while ago, he is an alumnus of the Western Mindanao State University, particularly the Integrated Laboratory High School. He is also no stranger to Zamboanga because he is a pure-blooded Zamboangueño. Although he was born and raised in Basilan, he is also a pure-blooded Basileño. You were born in Zamboanga and raised in Basilan. Anyway, a pure-blooded Basileño as well as Zamboangueño. Despite spending 25 years of existence in the United States of America, the land of milk and honey, but our esteemed speaker has never failed to come back, to come home, and do humanitarian, socio-civic activities like this. The President a while ago emphasized the role of our esteemed speaker when we went to the United States of America to do some benchmarking activities and to sign some memoranda of agreement with famous universities in the United States of America, particularly in California and Nevada. So we went to the University of California, Los Angeles, and the University of Las Vegas in Nevada. And among those memoranda, two of the memoranda that were forged between the Western Mindanao State Universities and some well-known agencies in California, United States of America. The one who was responsible for those two memoranda is no other than our esteemed speaker, because we went around we have seen the facilities, the nursing facilities, in which the Western Mindanao State University has the privilege or had the privilege to engage with. Anyway, allow me to give some background about our esteemed speaker. He is the Director of the Risk Management of the Unified Care Services, LLLC, or the Limited Liability Company. He is also the Consultant of the Risk Management of LIPA Insurance Services Incorporated. He is also the Consultant and Compliance Officer of the Primex Consult. And he is also the Consultant on Risk Management of the MaxiCare Senior Care LLLC. Our esteemed speaker is a graduate of the Western Mindanao State University High School. He is also a graduate of the Bachelor of Arts in Political Science in Silliman University, Dumaguete City. He is also a graduate of Juris Doctor or Bachelor of Laws in the same university, Silliman University, Dumaguete, Philippines. He completed a certification program from Michigan State University, Workers' Compensation Center, School of Labor and Industrial Relations as a certified workers' compensation professional. He also completed a certificate or certification program from the University of California in Riverside as a certified risk management specialist. He has held various positions in the past as Regional Legal Officer of the Department of Social Welfare and Development, Regional Office 9, Chief of Staff of the Lone Congressional District Office of Isabela Basilan Province, the Payroll Officer and Accounts Payable, Sierra Valley Rehab Center, Porterville, California, and the Human Resource Officer, Safety and Claims Coordinator of Miravilla Care Center, Farm Grove Healthcare, Women Care Center, Banning Healthcare, and Sherry Valley Healthcare, Banning and Beaumont, California. He has also received numerous awards. Among those are the Philippine Legion of Honor with the rank of Legionnaire, the highest civilian service award in the country. He has also been conferred by the president, then President Fidel V. Ramos in Malacanang Palace in 1993 as a Legionnaire.
Yes.
Friends, ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome our esteemed speaker, the debonair, not only a legionnaire, but a debonair, Yusuf Ashraf Pamaran Tugging, also known to his friends, relatives,
Joey.
and loved ones, not lovers, loved ones, Joey Tugging. Ladies and gentlemen,
Give I stay, huh? And I'm sorry, let me have my. Okay. Thank you, mic test. Can you hear me, all of you? I love this crowd. You're wonderful, you're awesome. I love crowds. I want to swim before a crowd. This is not my first time to speak in an event like this. I'm very comfortable. This is my milieu. This is my environment. Buenos días con ustedes todo. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. Our president, which I call Ate Carla because she is sisterly, motherly, grandmotherly, and I would like to thank her despite her absence now because she gave me the opportunity to conduct this very important subject matter pertaining to the migration of our registered nurses or RN NCLEX to the United States of America. I'm here not to undertake any form of brain drain. And my purpose here is to give them the fair opportunity to level the playing field for them to migrate and work in the United States of America. So basically, therefore, it is an option. But before that, thank you so much, Brother Al, Gani. In so short span of time, when they stayed with me in Lancaster, California, we were able to forge a bond. Not only that, with some of the Board of Regents, I called them the Magnificent Nine, because all in all, you were 9, right? And that was my first time to entertain my fellow alumni in the United States of America. It was a dream that I had, that I would like to entertain, my fellow alumnus or alumni. And good enough, I was able to do that for them in that span of 2 weeks. It was a dream. It was providential, as you said, Brother Al, because all of them, except perhaps one of the members of the Board of Regents, Teng Locson, I don't know them, basically from Adam or Eve. And providential, it means there is a destiny, a pathway for us to do more things for our local community. I love you, WMSU. I love you, WMSU. I love all of you, Bale El Zamboanga. I'm here because for a lot of reasons, manadayo reasons. By the way, I know how to speak Chabacano, I know how to speak Tagalog, I know how to speak other dialects like Bisaya. I also know Sama Bangingi, Sama Tawi-Tawi, and even Tausok because, as you know, my name is Yusuf Ashraf, right? So I am a Muslim, and not only that, my children are also Muslims. My late father was a Muslim. My mother was a Catholic. And both of them are already deceased. And perhaps most of you do not know them because you belong to the millennial, the younger generations. But if you belong to the baby boomers, the 60s or 80s generation, you should know, especially your parents, who were my late parents were. They used to head the regional autonomous government, chairman of Lupong Tagapagpaganap ng Puok, perhaps Emiro Stedes, na Kabatangan, that white elephant now, but before it was the center of the universe in Region 9. So my mother and my late father served in that capacity. My mother used to be the congresswoman of Basilan, and me, humbly speaking, I am not an elected politician in the past, and I don't intend to join politics. So this is not a political campaign. I'm not here to promote myself, despite, the idea that after 2 years, El Dos Tedes Hermanos si Joey Tuung is going to return him for good aquí na Zamboanga. So this is an eye-opener for, the RNs and the NCLEX. If, God has willed, or Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has willed you to go to United States of America, I will share you my wisdom that after you retire, 62 years old in America is an optional retirement, 67 is compulsory retirement, but you can still work until 80 years old or 85 years old because in United States of America, there is no discrimination as to age. That's the beauty. It's a legal protected category for as long as your body, your mind, and soul can still give that service to the healthcare industry. No one can terminate your services or advise you to leave the workforce. So I hope eventually one day when you retire, return back home to the Philippines and give something to your community, which is exactly what I'm going to do after 2 years. Before I'm going to start, pasensya ustedes, kayo pwede conversa maski 6 oras. I would like to conduct a quick poll. Kindly raise your hands if you are an RN, meaning you're a registered nurse. Raise your hands, be confident, raise up high. Hey, thank you so much. Thank you. How about RN NCLEX? Raise your hands. There is none, right? But all the while I thought there were RN NCLEX that confirmed their attendance, but it is okay, that's fine. How about parents of RN and RN NCLEX? Raise your hands. Parents, del RN or RN NCLEX. No, your parents. Parents. Tata Nana del RN or RN NCLEX. Why? Okay, good. Tiene? ¿Dónde sila? Okay. Now, how about fourth year high school rather, college in nursing? Raise your hands. Wow. Okay, very good, very good. At least your attendance, this will at least give you an eye-opener when you graduate, when you were able to get your RN degree, rather license, at least this presentation will already give you an idea how to migrate and work in United States of America. How about non-RNs, non-students who are here in this venue? Raise your hands. Hello? Aquellos mga hindi RN, hindi tamen estudyante, taki ara in this event. Can you kindly raise your hands? Why? Okay, that's good. So thank you so much. So let me proceed with my presentation. The purpose and objective of this presentation is for you to have the full breadth of understanding, a good comprehension on how to migrate and work in the United States of America. This is the main purpose and objective. I will lead you the way. I will hold your hands from A to Z, the procedural and substantive aspects on how to apply, then eventually petition, and then eventually fly to America, then ultimately to work in the United States of America. So in other words, I'm going to cover from A to Z. I'm saying this because as of now, I'm pretty sure the parents, the RNs, and including those who are in the fourth year College of Nursing, who are already entertaining the idea to work abroad, perhaps you are already confused because you are being peppered, you are being bombarded with a lot of offers coming from different countries in the world, like United Kingdom, or perhaps Germany, or Australia, New Zealand, Canada, or any of the countries in the Middle East, offering you to work in the respective countries. And of course, because of the social media age that we have now, perhaps you get confused in the process. And during your career nursing week, we have perhaps resource speakers that come here and offer you to work in those different countries. So in short, buyong ustedes, you are confused, dazed and confused. So El Dimio role is to streamline, to put coherence into my presentation regarding United States of America. Hindi o tabende ko na America. And you are not here, especially the RNs, I'm not here to solicit your application to work in the United States of America. There is no contract signing. This is free. Now, but I can tell you, my friends, ladies and gentlemen, no one can beat the United States of America when it comes to your legal rights, when it comes to ownership of property, when it comes to protecting your legal rights in the workplace, and most of all, no one can beat the United States of America when it comes to the benefits. UK, Germany, all of them can come up with all of these monetary benefits, but no one can beat United States of America. In those countries, you cannot become an American, a citizen of Germany or in UK. You cannot even petition your father or mother, neither your brother or sister, neither your children, but United States of America, it is a country that is inclusive. You can bring your father, your mother, your siblings, and your children, provided that they are under 21 years old and they are still single. And even though you're not yet a U.S. citizen, in United States of America, you can already purchase property, you can buy a house, you can buy anything in United States of America. All the rich person in America, what they eat, what they buy, an RN can buy anything what they can buy. If they can buy Tesla or Rolls-Royce or Bentley, if you are that, you have the dream to own such, as an RN, you can buy those properties. But in other countries, my friends, you cannot have that. And in America, at the end of the day, when you retire, there is such thing as pension. You work in Saudi Arabia or in Bahrain, in Qatar, mangkuba-kubaya kita, duele daton cuerpo, si bolbe kita akin na Zamboanga, nuay kita ni pension. Same thing with the other countries. But in America, when you return home, you will have your retirement pay. So this is just a periscope, the beauty of working in the United States of America. So hopefully, I can impart to you, the procedural and substantive aspects of my presentation. So, can you see? Pwede ba ustedes mira el slides? Okay. But before I'm going to dive deeper into my presentation, I have some house rules. I am not a stranger to seminars. Number one house rules, kindly turn off your cell phone or put them on silent mode or vibrate mode. And second, I don't want you to work on your cell phone, to tinker your cell phone, to check your Facebook, to check your messages. I want you to pay full attention because this is a fleeting moment. Every minute, every second that I am going to say here is very valuable. Do not talk to your neighbors. And lastly, do not sleep. Please. Otherwise, I will feel bad if you're going to sleep. And not only that, for those RNs and NCLEX, including the parents, be ready with your pen and paper. Why? Because it's all about mathematics. When I say mathematics, el gasto. Because when you take the NCLEX exam, there are certain financial expenses that you have to entail. So I'm pretty sure you would like to find out. Because you have to invest. You have to invest taking the NCLEX, and when you have that investment, then you can now be petitioned to work in the United States of America. Okay, let's move forward. So as you can see in the first slide, this is a free orientation. And as I've said earlier, repeat, repeat, repeat. There is no registration fee. This is not a form of solicitation. This is not recruitment. Neither this is not hiring, and there is no signing of contract. This is a two-phase approach. As the free orientation, Chene Kita Ara, this will pave the way for you. When you get educated and well-informed, you can now make a judgment call whether to participate or to apply in the January 30 job fair. Do you understand? Este Ara Chene Kita Free Orientation is a platform for you to be able to apply in the January 30 job fair. That job fair will be conducted at the Palacio del Sur, Cordova Room, Martian Garden, January 30. The one who is going to conduct the job fair that will host is Alpha SRK Healthcare Staffing Agency. They will not be the one who is going to recruit you. They will not be the one who is going to hire you. The one who is going to hire you is Prime Healthcare. A representative from Prime Healthcare will be present in January 30, and he is going to interview those interested applicants, RN and NCLEX, and including RNs, which I'm going to explain shortly. Maskin lang to RN, pwede atuman apply. You can already submit yourself for an interview. Now, if Prime Healthcare, as represented by the Chief Executive Officer, his name is E.M. Garcia, is going to hire you, hiring is on the spot. So Prime Healthcare, as represented by E.M. Garcia, will hire you on the spot. So when he hires you on the spot, if you are an RN, there is a precondition. You have to take the NCLEX exam. So when you pass the NCLEX exam, you don't have to worry anymore because you already knew that you were already hired, right? Rather than not having been hired, you still go through the motion of looking for a placement agency. You are already an NCLEX, and there are 160 placement and recruitment agencies in this country. And you don't know them. You don't know them at all. And left and right, they're going to provide you all of these promises that if you're going to pay, no worry, we are going to have an employer that will hire you. But my friends, ladies and gentlemen, Prime Healthcare, amo beniki, amo man hire kun ustedes. And this is the first time in the history of Zamboanga City where we are going to have a job fair. First time ese. Now, as to those graduates, fourth year high school, and those who were not able to take the boat to China, kay nuay sila aki, but after a few days or after a month, they found out kay Chene hiring of applicants to January 30, they are worried, kuando itamen si Chene. My friends, ladies and gentlemen, thank you Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala because Prime Healthcare, Alpha SRK International is going to conduct 3 job fairs a year in Zamboanga City. Let's have a round of applause. El job fair ta sucede na Manila, na Cebu, ina Davao. And you have to go to these places in order to apply. And you are not sure who are these placement agencies because nowadays, manada kita mga manloloko, fake agencies. They are into scamming business. And I understand there were nurses that applied 6 years ago, 7 years ago, 10 years ago. Up to now, they have not yet been, they have not yet migrated to United States of America. And these agencies kept on telling them that there is visa retrogression. My friends, ladies and gentlemen, there is no more visa retrogression. So in other words, i.e., they were fooled. So por eso, cosa kita tiene, bien vale que Talibaya kami el comida con ustedes. El cosa ustedes hace, come lang. So bueno ya lang ya puede kami kumbinsi con Shirley Villanueva, who is the president and owner of SRK International, to come to Zamboanga, including Prime Healthcare, to conduct the business of hiring our RNs and NCLEX. I've been with Shirley Villanueva. I work with her. Hindi ko tatrabaho ko nila. I'm not employed with her. I don't have any financial gain with SRK. Neither Prime Healthcare has recruited me to undertake these activities. Ya si usted con corazón di mío, kay quiere ayuda el mga vivientes de ato na kina Zamboanga, not only Zamboanga, but including inter-regional, the Zamboanga Peninsula, from Basilan to Jolo, Tawi-Tawi del Sur, del Norte, and including Sibugay. So let us take this opportunity and let us also be serious about the subject matter because you will learn a lot from this. Prime Healthcare is one of the biggest chain of hospitals in the United States of America. As we speak, they own 60 hospitals across the nation, 14 states, name it, California, Texas, Ohio, Michigan, Pennsylvania, Arizona, wherever you want to work, you can work in those states if you have friends, if you have relatives, if you have classmates. But for now, on January 30, there are 7 counties in California that they need 1,000 nurses. And for Zamboanga, on January 30, they're going to hire 100 nurses. Are you getting me? Perfect. So por eso, el cosa kita tiene ara, we have to thank God, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because we have been given this rare opportunity. Now, about the recruitment and placement agency. Si tawi kita recruitment placement agency, we tend to get worried, right? Recruiter. Kosa kasi mga recruiter, asilang kanaton at tamen loko. My friends, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to tell you that SRK Healthcare Staffing and Employment Services has been in the business for the last 35 years. 35 years. And this is their office in United States of America. They have an office in Wilshire Boulevard, California. And they also have an agency back here in the Philippines, and you call that Piltex Staffing Services International. They are licensed by POEA. Neymaya POA, now they have transformed. They are now Department of Migrant Workers. So their office is in Ermita, Manila. I already went there. and their office is right in front of the United States Embassy, because they will hold your hands. They will brief you during the interview before the consulate officer. That is how they take care of the applicants when hired by Prime Healthcare. Prime Healthcare is only one of their clients. So carry this year, sina January 30 al Prime Healthcare Beneki, the next job fair that you're going to have, it will not be Prime Healthcare anymore. It could be other major hospitals in the United States of America. Earlier or yesterday, some of you said, "Porque man Joey, nurses lang ustedes," not me. Nurses lang sila tan hire. For now, my friends, let me tell you, yes, only nurses. But who knows? I'm trying to convince Shirley Villanueva if she has clients in the United States that can hire physical therapists, respiratory therapists, rad tech, registered dietitian, aircraft maintenance, etc., etc. We will eventually go into that area, because that is my plan, that is my vision to help our local community in Zamboanga City. So there you are. This is the recruitment and placement agency. Question is, are you going to pay the recruitment and placement agency? Well, the answer is no. Nada, zilch, nil, nothing, not even a single cent. You are not going to pay them. So the next question is, then, for their services, who is going to pay them? My friends, it will be Prime Healthcare who is going to pay for their services. Not unlike other placement agencies, amo palang kita ta kumbersa, tapidya ka naton a certain fee. It could be 100,000, 200,000. But this one, my friends, even a single cent, hindi sila pidi kuntigo. But later on, I can tell you, if they will help you in the processing of your papers, you have the option whether you want to pay them a certain fee in order to process your papers. If you don't want to, then you can do it on your own. Okay? But we will go into that. Now, let's now go into the details. How can an RN NCLEX can go to America? United States of America is the most difficult country in the world if you want to work in America. If you want to apply as a tourist to go to America, it's extremely very, very difficult. So more so, if you want to work in the United States of America, you have to be petitioned. So in other words, you must secure an immigrant visa. So there are two most common type of visas. One is family-based immigrant. The other one is employment-based. If you are an RN, you fall under employment-based because your employer will be the one who is going to petition you, right? Now, you are now in America, employment-based, right? When you're already United States of America, even as a green card holder, because as an immigrant, you are not yet a U.S. citizen. What they give you is permanent residency, having all the legal rights except to cast your votes, the right of suffrage. You can already buy a property. You can buy a house, maskin, because if you are an immigrant, you are still considered to be a Filipino citizen. But that country provides you a pathway towards citizenship. Within 5 years, after 5 years, you can now change your status and apply for naturalization to become a U.S. citizen. Now, maskin pa to green card holder or an immigrant, you are not yet a U.S. citizen. You can already go into the family-based petition. You can already petition your father, you can already petition your mother while waiting for that 5 years for you to become a U.S. citizen. Are you getting me? Which other countries does not provide? Because we are Filipinos, we love our family, and the unit of our society is a family, and you want them to be there, hindi ba? Okay? So these are the two types of immigrant visas, family-based and employment-based. So I will not go one by one. So si family-based, if you are a U.S. citizen, you can petition your immediate relatives, father, mother, brother, sister, children, provided that they are under 21 years old, single. Por eso, si tiene ustedes anak, habla pabor no makasa. Kaya si kasa tu, na hindi na kita pwede man-petition. Bande alang kasa after 21 years old and they are already grandfathered, then they can be part of that petition. Fiancé to marry U.S. citizen and live in the United States. So if I'm an American citizen, si Jenny Nobia kina Pilipinas, we have been together 2, 3, 4 years, I can petition her to become, a green card holder and eventually a citizen. Inter-country adoption, let's not go into that. Certain family members of U.S. citizens, of course, I've already discussed that with you. Okay? Certain family members of lawful permanent residents, si green card ya too. I know looking at your faces, you're still confused because this is not an easy subject matter. Okay? Now, so el D2U category, si man petition contigo, you went to Prime Healthcare hired you on the spot. Their petition is what you call EB3 visa. EB3. You don't fall under EB1, EB2, EB4, or EB5, but under EB3 because you are professionals with a baccalaureate degree. Baccalaureate degree means 4 years, right? So you fall under this category. Pero hindi to stay man worry because it is the placement agency who is going to process your papers for that EB3. Now, what is an EB3 visa? So EB3 visa, basically, we already know it is employment-based. In other words, you must have a sponsor, an employer, which, if approved, will allow you as a foreign worker to live and work in the United States, my friends, permanently and obtain permanent residency, meaning a pathway to become a U.S. citizen after 5 years residing in the United States of America. You can work in Canada, in UK, in any of the European countries. They dangle you everything left and right. My friends, other than what I said earlier, you cannot beat United States of America because when you are a U.S. citizen, you don't need a visa. There is a visa waiver. You can travel 192 countries around the world without a visa. Karga lang to dito passport, compra to ticket, then you travel to anywhere in the world. Other countries cannot. Anda po to na embassy para man apply. Anda na Spain, o anda na Portugal, o anda na New Zealand, or America, or in South Africa. You need to go to their embassy in order to get a visa. But if you are a U.S. citizen, blue el passport, you don't need to just buy a ticket, travel itinerary, then you can go to all of these countries. Is there any other country that provides that? My friend, zero, nada. That's why I am so passionate about this, because others would like to compete saying, go to Germany, go to London or UK, my friends. They cannot give such privilege to when you work in the United States of America. Are you getting me? Okay, let's go. The purpose of an EB3 visa, okay, you are considered third preference. Third preference because earlier, EB3, third preference. Because you don't qualify under EB1 and EB2. So under EB3, you fall under the subcategory of EB3B because you are professionals whose jobs require at least a U.S. bachelor's degree. And that is already given because akikanaton, you cannot be an RN not unless you have finished the course 4 years. Less than 4 years, that is vocational, right? So, or otherwise, a certificate program. Now, since you fall under an EB3 immigrant visa, so what are the requirements? So to get an EB3 visa, you must obtain a labor certification, labor cert. My friends, do not worry because this is already the job of the employer. You don't have to work for a labor certification. In fact, nurses, there is a waiver for labor certification because of the shortage of staffing. Okay? You are being given that preference, my friends. You don't need to get a labor certification. And this one will be worked out by your employer. A labor cert means is that one, that this is the salary that the employer is going to offer you. That's one. Number two, that the job that you are applying, nurses in United States, shortage, and it is available to foreign workers. That is what labor certification means. But that is not your problem. That is the employer's, assignment along with the placement agency. Second, you must receive a permanent full-time job offer. And who does that? It will be your employer. E.g., example, Prime Healthcare will offer you a permanent full-time job. So a full-time job in America is at least 40 hours a week. A full-time job, 40 hours a week, and now it has been reduced to 37.5 hours. You are already considered full-time employee. And we are going to talk more about this in the benefit part. Number three, you must demonstrate that you can perform the job without taking the job of a qualified U.S. worker. And that is already part of the labor certification that your employer is going to work out along with the placement agency. Then what are the limitations? EB-3 visas are limited, meaning only a certain number are issued each year. So por eso, we should not be surprised. Because United States of America, they have a cap. Say for fiscal year. A fiscal year is different from a calendar year, right? Calendar is January to December. A fiscal year, this is based on government and financial institutions' ways of determining what is a fiscal year. So, in the United States of America, the Department of Homeland Security, where the United States Custom and Immigration Services, or USCIS, will come up with the number of nurses that they're going to hire for that particular year. So say, for example, in 2025, they came up with nurses in India, 1,000, in Pakistan, 1,000, Taiwan, 1,000, Korea, 1,000, Malaysia, 1,000, Philippines, 1,000. If for that particular year, sobra el 1,000, that is where you have to wait for a number of years. Para sila kel. Close. You will see the letter close. Because sobra kita na cap of 1,000. That is just an example. Okay, are you getting me? They could come up with 5,000 because they love Filipino nurses. I have been in the business industry for the last 25 years. This is not foreign to me. I head the Department of Risk Management. I handle human resources. We have 36 skilled nursing facilities. You will not understand what the skilled nursing facilities is. That is different from a hospital. Ustedes na hospital, kami skilled nursing. Na hospital, the most that a patient can stay is only 100 days. Only 100 days. And on the average, a patient only stay for 5 days. Mas mucho outpatient. So when they leave the hospital, they go either to an assisted living, or they go home, or they go to our facility, which you call skilled nursing facility, to convalesce for purposes of rehabilitation. That is how it works. But in your case, hospital, iyo skilled nursing facility, 36 facilities, and I manage over 6,000 employees. So I know this business. So, Chinese cap. So hopefully in 2025, when you will be hired, then you will be within the cap. So let's move forward. So we already know the requirement, you should be a professional. And we already know a professional baccalaureate degree, 4 years course. And you are a member of the profession. In other words, you took your oath, you are now an RN. So if you are simply a graduate of nursing bachelor's degree, you cannot be petitioned. You have to be an RN license, right? Okay. Now, in this application, these are the following evidences. And that is where I want you to pay attention, the RN and RN. you must demonstrate that you possess a U.S. baccalaureate or foreign equivalent degree, and that a baccalaureate degree is the normal requirement for entry into the occupation. What is that? IE, and that is your transcript of records. But you don't provide your transcript of records. It has to be sealed. It is the registrar's office that is going to send to the placement agency because they have to credential to determine whether your degree matches grade equivalent degree or GED in United States of America. Pero that is no-brainer. Automatically, todo ng Pilipinas, you already pass this particular credentialing. No one can beat United States of America. My friends, no one. When it comes to, no one can beat, the Philippines. Philippines is a gold mine. There are nursing graduates from Korea, from Panama, from Nigeria, and from other countries. United States loves the Filipino citizens. Na the Amon facility, 65% are Filipinos. Why? Because we have the aptitude, we have the skills, we have the talent, we have the heart, we have the passion, we have the compassion to take care of our residents. Because in the end, it's all about attitude. We don't work not for the money, we work because we care for our residents. Por eso, el mga hospital na Amerika, the long-term care industry, they love the Filipinos. Because that is what we bring to the table. Not unlike other countries, anda lang sila pata-pata na 8 oras, no ay pakapasa kun el medicine, no ay pakabaman treatment, no ay pwede man ambulate kun el residente, kay pata-pata sila. Not unlike us, second year college pa lang talyeto na barangay, third year college, you work in the hospital, either in the OR, or on the ER, or the ward, or the pedia, hasang-hasa kita. So you have to be very confident because Filipino nurses, when you work there, you are the best. But what we do, of course, we have to orient you because the workplace in America is entirely different. Cosa kita kultura, cheneki, no makita libalya. As they say, when in Rome, be a Roman. Otro alya, and that is what I conduct. You could lose your job if you don't comply with their requirements, which I'm going to explain later. Now, education experience may not be substituted for a baccalaureate degree. In other words, 4 years RN. And you must meet any other requirements specified on the labor certification, which is not necessary because for a nurse, it has already been waived. So we already know labor certification, not your job. Your employer will offer you a full-time job. Full-time and taapare alya, cuánto el sueldo di tuyo. Now, you might want to ask, cuánto ba el sueldo del RNs na United States? My friends, let me tell you, if there are others who would like to convince you to work in other countries, again, read my lips. No one can beat the United States of America. You know how much for an RN? The starting is no experience, $38 to $50. Range of $38 to $50. So siya offer contigo in writing essay. If it's $39, so when you arrive there, your salary is $39 an hour. Okay? We're talking about hour. Aki ko nato na Pilipinas is salaried, right? 15,000 a month, 20,000. No, my friends. It's per hour. Hindi pa toto kunta el overtime. In California, if you work in excess of 8 hours, up to the 12-hour, automatic as a 1.5 L payment ito you. So, assuming yan offer contigo $38. So, what is 38 times 1.5? Give me the math. Please, because I'm poor in mathematics. So, $38 times 1.5. How much is that? Huh? Pila? 57. So, the first 8 hours, el sale niya contigo, $38 regular hours. So, siya trabaho 2 extra overtime. So, on the 9th, the 10th, 11th, 12th, you are getting paid pila ito? 57. $57. Ara, kay shortage kita na stopping. Chene yan call off, chene yan perma. So if they allow you to work, you call that double time, that's 16 hours, my friends. So L13, 14, 15, 16 is double time. So you times 38 times 2, how much is that? How much? How much? $76 when you hit 13 hour, 14, 15, and 16, that is $72. Nakeber to seman times to kunese. That is what you are going to receive that particular day. So that's why if you spend money to take the NCLEX for the review and all of these things, the medical, give and take, you're going to spend, say, 100,000 pesos, assuming that's the maximum. My friends, I can tell you, na 2 dia lang, pagawya el utang. That is what it is in America. Alya to na Saudi, $1,000 a month. What is that? Mangkuba-kubaya kita na 12 meses, hindi pa kita pwede paga. Pero na Amerika, na 2 dia, na 3 dia, tatrabaho, pagawya el utang, the Juan de la Cruz. Are you getting me? That is how we are in the United States of America. I can say this because I used to work in payroll. El sueldo di mio tamire, eresa kaya lang era yung RN before you've been in America. Yes, that is true. Grabe. In 1 year, how much is their annual average for a nurse? Regular hours lang ese. That's $89,000 in 1 year. Now, if you work overtime, hindi na to sa PD, kay por causa chene shortage, you know how much is your annual, income, average? That's around $110,000 a year. That is gross, of course, because you have to pay Uncle Sam, right? But that is how huge you are going to earn. Now, I am not enticing you to go to America because of the money part of it. You're going to go to America because you want to provide peace, comfort, and security to your children and to your father and mother. Yaanda yun na Amerika, hindi por causa del sen. Yaanda yun na Amerika, kay por causa querio dale buen futuro na di mio 8 di mio anak. Si takilang yun na Pilipinas, el di mio utang donde lang. Siguro ta kome kami kanon lang pati toyo, pati aceite, ta mezcla na kanon, kay 8 di mio anak. How could I give them good education? But in America, I was able to bring my 8 children, and all of them made it well because el importante na vida, it's not about the money, it's about the future of our children, and not only the future, but including inculcating to them the right values and the right principles in life, that they will not be corrupted with all of these evil ways that we have surrounding us in the Philippines, the drug proliferation, etc., etc. All of my 8 children, the youngest is 27 years old. My eldest is already 37 years old. I can tell you, my friends, modesty aside, all of them are successful. All of them graduated magna cum laude, summa cum laude, cum laude. One is BS in mathematics, UC Berkeley. The 2 RNs in UCLA, and it's not easy to apply there. The one is in University of Arizona, MASCOM. Why am I telling this? Because of the quality of education we have in America, they were able to manage their lives well. My daughter, Naina Priyanka, she's in the music industry. She handles popular music artists. One of them is Lady Gaga. Ele tamanya kunese, disuyu se. Willie Parel, disuyu se. Ele se tagara. They travel anywhere around the world. See, that is how it is. It is all about our children. Dale kunila buen futuro. Porque aquí pwede ba kita? Because what? Our role as a parent, what is it? Is to give good education to our children. Everything is free, my friends. From kindergarten up to senior high, middle school, you are not going to spend anything. Education is compulsory in the United States. Siya sabi sila, dito yung anak, hindi tanda na eskwela. El Department of Social Services is going to take custody of your children. And you don't want that to happen. Si dito anak, no hay abuya un día or dos días, el pulis tan tuk-tuk na kwarto na casa dito yo. Porque el dito anak, no hay anda na eskwela, and they're going to check whether tiene bruises, tiene bugbog. If they found out that you physically abuse your children, they will take custody of your children. That is just a snippet of how it is in United States of America. Okay? So go there not because of the money, go there so that you can provide a good future to your children. If you are still single, that is the best. Don't entertain the idea to marry now. Please do that when you're already in United States of America, because when you get pregnant, no more. It's very hard. No hay kita made na America. No hay. Cannot afford. No hay kita, we cannot afford caregivers. Iyo aki, kinyo. I mean, I'm a prince. When I arrive there, I am nothing. I am nothing. I do the cooking, I do the washing, I do the laundry. That is the life we have in the United States of America. But it gives you that self-fulfillment, that consolation, because you can do it as a person. When akita kilang kitado, kung mampadon lang yung aya, it's not. Now, let's move forward. I'm sorry with my ad-libs because that is intentional. Because in the process, you will have a good picture, the life of what we have in America. Now, so you are a foreign registered nurse. Are you still with me? Okay. To work in United States, you must have a nursing license in the Philippines, right? Okay. And then second, you have completed that nursing program meeting your bachelor's degree, correct? Okay. You go through the checklist. Number 3, you must have passed the NCLEX RN. NCLEX means National Council Licensing Examination for Registered Nurses. So I understand all of you are still RNs, right? So you have to take the NCLEX. Nabuyo mo, this ko sa NCLEX, my friends, I'll just make it easy. Tiyan kita license na Pilipinas as an RN for you to work in a hospital, right? Or to work in the government. So na America, they require you to get the license also. So that is the NCLEX. Okay? And I will explain in detail later. And, maski niya pa sa ito na NCLEX, you have to take the English proficiency exam. Okay? You must pass any of these platform, kay bueno to conversa, you can read well, you can write well, you can listen well, you can speak well. Computer adaptive stay. You don't talk to a person, it's a computer. You log in, you pay. Same with NCLEX, computer adaptive taman ese. No I say live, you take the exam. So, requirement is English proficiency. It's your choice. It could be IELTS, it could be TOEFL, it could be PTE. So, man-test LDTU knowledge. Reading, writing, speaking, and listening, changes a certain percentage. If you pass, that is necessary. Along with your NCLEX, submit na immigration or USIS for them to process now your papers. Now, you can only work in United States if you have a visa or a green card. So if you pass the interview at the U.S. consulate, you have passed the visa screen, which I'm going to explain later, and then they will issue you a visa now to travel to the United States of America. And when you arrive in America, you will now have your green card. Okay? Now, lastly, state nursing license. Naarabla to kumigo na Joey, yapasa man yun na NCLEX porque pa inisita sa ka-license. Say for example, na California too. Okay? NCLEX, you were able to work there. And you want to move to, say, to Oregon or to Texas. Do you still need to get a license there? My friends, the answer is yes. But you don't have to take the examination. There is such thing as what we call reciprocity. El Bale in America, if you are an NCLEX passer in New York or in California, you can work in any of the states of the nation. You don't need to apply to get a license. That by and of itself will already give you the authority to work. Despite your license is California or New York, all you have to do is to apply for reciprocity. But if you are from Texas or from other states, when you want to work in California or in New York, there is no reciprocity. You have to take their exam in California or in New York. So the key, therefore, if you are going to apply for NCLEX exam, take NCLEX exam, memorize, New York. New York. Because when you are certified by New York, pass the NCLEX, you can practice anywhere in the United States, nations in United States. Why am I canceling out California? Because it is hard to apply for NCLEX in California. They will require you a social security number versus New York. See? So, that is the trick when you apply NCLEX New York. No other else. Okay, let's move forward. Now, what are the requirements that we need? So the 2U transcript of records, it has to be credentialed. And that is part of the visa screen, okay, process. And it will be evaluated, and not your problem anymore. That is already part of the processing by your employer. Okay. Mira 2, I canceled CGFNS. My friends, there is no more CGFNS. None. That is already subsumed or integrated or covered under the visa screen certificate, okay? Which I'm going to explain shortly later. So you see the word visa screen. So a visa screen, amo yan sa tang capture ko na CGFNS. CGFNS is very easy. LD2 transcript of records, they will determine whether your grades, the curriculum that you have, is equivalent to what they have in America. So that is visa screen certificate. Visa screen certificate already includes your English proficiency. So one time ya lang say, tan attach, si man apply for with the USCIS. And then the other requirement, US employer sponsorship, okay? Amo ya say LD2 employer, they have to offer you a job. Yan hire sila contigo, and that is requirement so that USCIS is going to process your papers. Now, foreign educated nurses, complete 120-hour classroom. My friends, in California, they will require you to get this. So, por eso, tablayo, alya kita man apply na New York. Kaya bida kaway kita estudya ki, liga kita liya estudya tamin kita, 120 hours. Di man apply alang yun na New York, NCLEX. Anyway, si trabaho na California, I don't have to take this because of reciprocity. Are you getting me? Okay, let's move forward. Now, kita nyo, kita sudayaman nyo? It's so hot, right? But I am hot when it comes to my passion to present this subject matter, okay? Okay, now, the NCLEX. NCLEX is very important, okay? Are you getting me? So NCLEX stands for National Council Licensure Examination for Registered Nurses. So this is computer adapted test. So si pasa tu con este, then that is already a guarantee that you can be petitioned. Are you getting me? License to RN aquí, but you also need a license in America. In short, that is the NCLEX. Now, ¿cuánto el gasto? That's why I want you to write. To take the NCLEX exam, more or less from application to authorization to take the test or ATT and schedule the test, give and take $493 or $500. Basically, it is around 25,000 pesos. Okay? The parents who are here. Investment. Tagasta kita. Placement agency, no, they're not going to do that. That is your expense. Okay? Now, so therefore, other than that, yan apply ya to, pero yun nisita man to man review, right? You cannot just go there and take the exam. You have to review. So, I don't know, this is also online. How much are you going to spend? So, the fees ranges from 25,000 to 35,000 pesos. Okay? Are you getting me? I want you to write down so that at least you know how much. I'm glad some of the parents are here because at the end of the day, it is a family decision. El ken man tagasta, el di tuyo mayores, right? Nabla to kunela mamang, papang. Ansi nagalel gasto di aton. Now, como tabla ka ni iyo, con ustedes. Bendia kita daton Carabao, man-loan niya kita, liga kita na Amerika, 2 dia lang, 3 dia, mang, pang, imbiyay ko nalsen, pakaoya. Hiyanda kita na Canada, na UK, mas mahal na Middle East, mangkuba ya kita, just meses, hindi pa pwede pagkakay, un mil lang el dolyar. That's only 50,000 pesos. Yeah. Because on an average, if you earn $38 an hour, el pago niya is every 15 days. But you will not be paid on the 15th or the 30th. It could be on the 10th, it could be on the 22nd. But we call that bi-monthly. I saw a paycheck, regular lang siya, the RNY overtime. My friends, it's $5,000 or $4,000. So in 1 month, you earn $10,000 or $8,000 regular hours. Siya siya pa to overtime na tiba-tiba. 12,000, 14,000 a month. How much is that? 1,000 is 57,000 pesos. Are you getting me? Por eso, tabi ni Yuki, si Joey tu, kung hindi mo niya ang buhok, alhamdulillah, isap, tayo na kumil Diyos. El power del money del US dollar, grabe. Si Tando yung cambia, ispantaw yung $1,000. Oh, taki, yari sir, 57,000. That's the power of the US dollar. No one can beat America. All transactions around the world, you travel to Thailand, Malaysia, Indonesia, New Zealand, anywhere around the world, what is the legal tender? It's US dollars. It's not real, it's not pesos, it's dollars. That's the power of United States of America, the strongest country around the world, culturally, militarily, and economically. Por eso I get, manambok pa kamo kumingo ke UK, ke este. My friends, no one can beat United States of America. I am saying this because I have benefited from it, and personally, I have experienced it. Now, let me tell you, Adlib. So when I went to United States of America in 1999, So, 1999, 2000, 2001, 2002, I have 3 houses. I own 3 houses. One of the house has a swimming pool, model unit in that subdivision. And I own 3 vehicles. Because my ex-wife, my former girlfriend, is an RN. And I also have a good paying job. Tadale lang yung mira con ustedes. El dream que quiere ustedes. Hindi, naakisiguro si trabajo 20 años, no pwede planta casa. No pwede compra propiedad na sweldo di mio. Siguro si quiere compra motor, man-loan pa yun na Social Security o na pag-ibig ba o donde? In America, compra tu vehicolo, do na tiangge lang. Entra tu 1 ora, 30 minutos, libre tu manual dito yung vehicolo, pa afuera. That's how it is. Compra tu casa, transaction only 1 day. After 15 days, entra ito na casa dito yung. Can you do that in other countries? Can you do that here in the Philippines, my friends? No, you cannot do that. Kabartalya to America, during your vacation, you want to travel, you go to Mexico, you go to Bahamas, take the cruise, you go to Alaska, you go anywhere. Aki, pwede ba kita anda na Hong Kong, na Singapore? Cannot do that, my friends. If you work in UK or in Canada, do you think you can just easily travel to Hawaii or to Australia? No. But if you're a nurse, you can travel anywhere around the world. No need for a visa. My children are well traveled. We spend together in Boracay. 2 of my children, we spend our New Year in Boracay because the power of the US dollar. Are you getting me? Okay. So we are still in business in discussing this, okay? Y escribía si cuánto el gasto. Ahora, pregunto a ustedes con Joey Tugging, cosa ba kasi NCLEX exam? Pakilaya ba si? Na este el categoría del NCLEX exam. Client needs categories. Por eso, you review for 2 months. Management of care, distribution 20%. Pharmacological and parental therapies, 15%. Physiological adaptation, 14%. Reduction of risk potential, 12%. Safety and infection control, 12%. Health promotion and maintenance, 9%. Equally with psychosocial integrity, basic care and comfort. So, amose el curriculum, si sakatu el NCLEX. So, back to basics too, right? Por eso, tiene kita 2 months, computer, estudia, antes tu saka con el exam. Now, so pakilaya man tu saka con exam, NCLEX. Again, I will repeat, if you apply, New York, do not apply anywhere. Do not apply NCLEX in Vermont, NCLEX in Virginia, NCLEX in Texas, not even California. New York has a liberal program for you to be able to apply for NCLEX. So, pakilaya man to man apply. So, you man submit to application for licensure to take the state's nursing regulatory board, i.e. NCLEX for New York. Tadali lang example. So, cosa to ase, after the application, of course, you're going to register for the NCLEX and pay the applicable fee, which is close to $500, right? Online to Kaltapaga. And then, schedule to an appointment online or by phone through Virtual University Enterprise. Para sa ka, el exam. So, nadituyo yakel cosa to kwanda to kere sa ka. But why would I set a date to take the exam? Sinway payo, kaba, el dimio review, right? That's what you're going to do. Now, este hindi solicitation. Buyong kita. Pakilaya man si Joe, si mga application, everything. Alpha SKK International will hold your hands. They will help you all the process for NCLEX, for visa screen certificate, and even the filling up of the application to be petitioned. But with a caveat, you pay 10,000 pesos para asisti contigo. Now, when you pass NCLEX, when you are done with the petition, el employer man hire contigo, they will return your 10,000. They will return. Now, but if you don't want that Alpha International to assist you, you want it to do your own, that's fine. Pero si iyo, bagay lang yung kunila, kaya may dolor kabesa, kaya kusa ba siya, pakilaya ba siya man apply? How to apply for a visa screen certificate, all of this? I pay 10,000 anyway, devolve man sila kumigo, si El Prime Healthcare, yan harya man kumigo, man sign nyo, they will return your 10,000 pesos. Okay? Are you getting me? Pero na options dito you. And by the way, I'm not here to solicit you to work with Prime Healthcare. Esta education, di mio, hindi o lagak, you can use this anywhere. If you want to apply in other agency in Manila, do so. If you want to apply in other employers, do so. Joey Tugging is not going to take this against you, my friends, ladies and gentlemen. But if you want Alpha International and Prime Healthcare, then there is a form at the end of this presentation. Sign up so that on January 13, Natalia, ito tapara ito, interview contigo. Are you getting me? I will jump now. Chenia pregunta comigo, Sir, nisita ba experience? The good news is, even zero experience, you can apply. Because I said, el nursing program daton here is very rigid. Very rigid. Huh? Now, of course, all of you has experience, right? During your college days, ya trabaho to, 1 year on the job training, Zamboanga General Hospital, kaya dali man to resume, diba? Work in the OR, ER, or whatever it is. That is already your experience. Second question. Sir, 65 years old yayo, pwede pa ba man apply? My friends, maskin 75 years old pa to, or 80 years old, pwede pa to man apply and work as an NCLEX. Because there are some of hospital workers here, Sir, nakuha niya yung ara 55, ano ko sa pala ara si 55? Pwede to man apply. Because in America, this is my job, it is considered to be discriminatory if they are going to ask your age. No pwede kung tigo pregunta, what is your age? Are you married or are you single? You cannot ask these questions. Do you have any form of disability? You cannot ask that questions. Are you gay? Are you lesbian? You cannot ask that questions because you can file a case against them. So the application na Amerika, onboarding, no ay sa klase, mga question. Are you getting me? That is the beauty in America because that is what I preach, that is what I conduct in America. I protect our workers in our company. How many department heads did I terminate? Hundreds of department heads. Nakita ko na hindi ako maturong. They protect our religion. Na, in katorang kato, may tas sila makatu pa Saudi because Hajj, that is who we are, obligatory. So ando isa, dito kita, because makapag-Hajj kita niyo dito. Sa pila ra ba in Gajita? $1,000? Nabang kita Amerika, biya ka ako, I'm a Muslim. Yung mga anak ko, Muslim isab. We were able to practice our creed, our religion, because in the city where I live, aun masjid. Kaba-kaba jubaat, inanak niyo tayo manghud niyo, Yusuf Tugong, magkatu pa masjid. Kaba-kaba Ramadan, magpasting isab ako, timpus 30 days. And I can explain to my supervisor for me to only work 6 hours, 7 hours, or 4 hours because at the end of the day, yapos na ako, ay makajari ako magbuka isab. You can practice your religion there in America. In America, your religion is protected. If your religion is Satan, it's protected. There is such thing as Satanism. It's protected. I cannot ask you, what is your religion? Discriminatory. And then, bangaon office mo, if your office, tiyan mga cross ang zina. Ano pwede? You are discriminating other religion. Sita itchatula cross na opisina dito you. No pwede siya. Oh. And I cannot even, para jump. This is part of education. Huh? Oh. No pwede tulabla, sweetheart, darling, or sexual harassment. You cannot touch sexual harassment. You cannot kiss sexual harassment. And if I say, oh, you're gorgeous, you're so beautiful, you're so sexy, sexual harassment, and you could lose your job. Are you getting me? Hugging, embrace, sexual harassment. Not unless it is welcome. Si abrasale contigo, okay lang to, abrasa tamin to, that's welcome. Pero si abrasale contigo yung push to kunele, next time he does this, that is already sexual harassment. Getting me? You are fat, you are thin, physical characteristics, that is considered to be discrimination. No other country protects the rights of an individual except America. That is my job. You see the rights we have in America? Beautiful, my friends. I already told you, after 2 years, 3 houses, 3 vehicles, travel everywhere. I went to Bahamas with my family. We go to Las Vegas. In America, I'll tell you, beautiful, wherever you drive. And yari sila, Al, Ibs, and Teng, they've witnessed. I drove for them long, otro klase mga kidyo, limpali mga gayot. Oh, it's beautiful. Aki kamino, lubak-lubak. Manada mga kara de mga politician, masusyo. Kasi, sir kayo disgrasya. Ya entra yo para Zamboanga kabatungawan, kata kwanto metro tagal kara del dos man hermano. Sir kayo disgrasya, because este. Ligat ang kwanto metro talyatamen. Ligat na Zamboanga talyatamen, cosa baste. Our city is very dirty, and yet, sila, taas pa mas masusyo. We don't need this. My friends, na por eso sali lang kita, hindi lang kita kay limpyo datong kabeza, no kita stress. Aki anti sali kita puera, talyatan mga letrato. Kusaste, are we in North Korea? Ha? Are we, tanay tolais ba kita kung Kim Jong-il o Il? Kusaste. I don't understand. I travel from Cebu to Dumaguete to Dipolog to Pagadian. No hay miracara del gobernador, no hay miracara del mayor na camino. Punamente no hay cerca disgrasya. Entre na Zamboanga cerca disgrasya. Because este, talyatamen. Camino quebrantao, cosa aquel. Anyway, that's politics, okay? Nisita lang kita break, okay? Okay, let's move forward. Are you still with me? Louder. Are you still with me? You give energy. You give energy. You give energy to me. Okay. Now, so sabi kita, you have to take the English proficiency exam, right? That's part of the visa screen. So the two you say choice, would you like to take the IELTS, the PTE, or the TOEFL? So a lot of them, they prefer the IELTS, right? Very popular, right? Now, IELTS, I already told you, it's about speaking and writing, reading and listening. So when you take, this is a 3-hour session. Online lang siya. Kabar igual to kumig igual kumadona. Okay, ito sila, connecta na computer. Si Ablale, how are you? Ablale to, how are you? Good morning. Good morning. Because they want to test how you express the word. No hay problema. We are the best when it comes to English. Diyan kami mga nurses, mga Koreano, ito intende. Kasi can you say again? Porque sila tapasa? Mga Koreano. Taiwanese mo siyempre. Again, what is that? Tapasa sila, kita pa, hindi pasa. Nakasat ang kwento kita English, right? We will pass. So, part 1, speaking and writing, 54 to 67 minutes. Part 2, reading, 29 to 30 minutes. Part 3, listening, 30 to 40 minutes. Boom, done. Then abuya lang. Congratulations, you pass. Print, dale, na placement agency para man-attach na dito yung application along with your NCLEX. You don't take the English proficiency not unless you have taken the NCLEX and passed the NCLEX. I don't want you to spend. Do not put the cart before the horse or before the Carabao. Ana el Carabao, el NCLEX before the English proficiency exam. Are you getting me? Okay, let's move forward. Now, I have already discussed about reciprocity. Again, repeat, read my lips. NCLEX application should be New York. No other else. When you take that, you can practice anywhere. No need to take the exam of other states. Reciprocity lang. Man-check lang dito yung background, si Chene to criminal record, man-fingerprinting lang to, and automatically you can already start working in that particular state. Okay? Now, let's move forward. CGFNS, no more. That is already part of the visa screen certificate. Now, let's go to the visa screen certificate. So, el visa screen certificate, tan assess LD2U, transcript of records, whether it's grade equivalent. Ta-check ka sila, LD2U, Professional Regulation Commission, license, si valid. Baka peke, kaya sa kalang tuwalya na Manila, whatever, check. Ta-check ka sila. English proficiency, TOEFL or IELTS. Okay? And nursing knowledge exam for registered nurses. Sabi kita, this is already the NCLEX. Okay? So these are the only requirements. For a visa screen certificate, which has to be credentialed, how much are you going to spend? $500. Write it down. Write it down. At the back, please. Excuse me. At the back. Estudyante. Are you still with me? I don't want you to talk to you. Excuse me. Hey. Jules, please do not talk to you. I want silence, okay? It's not easy to talk here in front of you. If you are interested about the subject matter, I want you to pay full attention. Otherwise, you can leave this venue. I spent time to make this presentation. So if you are not interested, better leave this venue, okay? And it speaks of your attitude. Let me talk about a student. Tabanda daton mayores ada kanaton eskwela. Debe kita seryoso kita. Anything that we learn, you read, you listen, it is education. In the future, you can use this. And you can survive all the challenges in life if you are properly educated. And attitude counts. Si negatibo to pakahente, you're always complaining about life, you are not going to succeed. Attitude is very important. Diato, bayores, tagas na kanaton mananda na eskwela. Debe kita sa imbunamente. Hindi kita benegi para manapi-hapi lang. We have to do our job. We have to study. We have to be good, obedient children and to your teachers. Because this country is losing because we have bad society. And that bad society starts with you. It's about time for us to change this country. And it starts with you. We have to be critical. to those people who are in power. We don't allow corruption. We don't allow political dynasty. We don't allow anything, these things to happen. But it will start from you. You must have good moral values and principles and get secure and education. That is my challenge to you. During my time, di mi tatanana, they were rich, not financially. But I strove hard. Yes, tudyayo, I am Mr. Librarian. Nasiliman, from first year to fourth year, including koleyo, talyayo aga hasta tarde para estudya lang. Because knowledge is very important. Reader's Digest, from the 1960s up to the current, yaleyo se todo. Yaas yung mga crossword puzzle todo. Okay? Because reading is very important. Knowledge is very important. Kosa man kita taase, mira-mira lang kita TV, talya kita na Facebook. You will not learn anything from that. You better go to the library and study during your spare time. Do you understand me? And that will work for you. So if you are not interested, then better leave. Okay? So let's move forward. So el gasto de aton is $500, right? You already did the mathematics. Okay? Now, requirement. Back again. Number one, you must be an NCLEX passer. You have passed the English exam. Visa screen certificate, amoyase, LD2U grades, NCLEX, English exam comes within the visa screen certificate. Finally, medical exam. Hindi to pwede saka el medical exam, not unless you're going to receive a notice from the United States Embassy na Manila. So si Dalia Contigo aquel love letter, agayot, you have to go to BGC, St. Luke exclusively. You cannot go to Zamboanga General Hospital. You cannot go to whatever, so that, no. Only BGC, St. Luke, and how much it expense? Write it down. It's around 15,000 pesos. Ese lang el gasta tu. Are you getting me? Now, from A to Z, no hay maya tuko sa gasta. When it comes to the petition, el employer dituyo amo el gasta, which I'm going to come in later. Other employers, you have to spend on your own. Plane ticket, todo sa accommodation, processing, it will be your employer, and you're not going to pay anything to the placement agency. No, nada, nothing. Okay? Now, so very important, these are the essential requirements. Na medical, when you receive notice of interview, medical. Now, dyan a question. Okay. NCLEX L na Singapore. NCLEX L talya na Saudi. NCLEX talya na UK. Pwede ba naman apply aki na Alpha International? The answer is yes. Spread the word. They don't have to come to the Philippines. They don't have to. Okay? They will just communicate. Dali kami el address with Miss Charmaine Alabata Quiaño. The magic word referred to by Charmaine Quiaño. Thank you so much, Charmaine, for this event, okay, for assisting me, okay. Or the other magic word is referred to by Joey Tugging. So example talya yun na Singapore, NCLEX yayo. Apply, dali na Alpha SRK International or PhilTex, man-process sila papers. You know where the interview is? It's right in Singapore, US Embassy. Your medical is in Singapore. If you are in Saudi, your medical is in Saudi. Your interview before the U.S. consulate for the U.S. visa is in Saudi. You don't have to come here. Are we in tandem? Do you get me what I mean? So, hindi na to debe bula paparaki. Alya mismo puede ayuda el Alpha International contigo. Okay? Now, Ara, takito na Zamboanga. Siya pa sa tuna NCLEX, debe pabatuan na Manila? Hindi na. Email na lang kita, Ara. Main, pwede ba ito ayuda kumigo? Pakilayo este imbya. Imbyalya. Main, sino yung mga imbyalya. She can assist you. Natakilan to na sa mga neto gasta. That's it, done. Not unlike other companies, you have to go to Manila and spend. Yeah. Alkedada na Manila, the cost of living is very expensive, right? So we are already doing this cooking for you. All you have to do is just to eat. We're making it easy for you. So those who are interested, the fourth year, here, better listen because this is a chance of a lifetime. You don't get this kind of presentation every day, not even in a decade. You will not get this. That's why, more or less earlier, my apologies if I get irritated with what you are doing. You talk to your neighbors, you don't listen. Please, okay? Let's move forward. Okay, this is a recap. So there are 3 critical steps for obtaining an employment-based immigrant visa. Rewind lang yung step. Okay? So, your U.S. employer, meaning, assuming lang kita example, Prime Healthcare, okay? Sila elman file a labor cert in your behalf. That is not your job. Pero sabi kita, nurses exempted. Okay? In that labor certification, si man file sila, there are 2 things. Man submit sila el sueldo that they offered you. If it is written $39, that is the salary that you're going to receive. Versus staffing agency, be very careful. Staffing agency, each sila 39, what you're going to receive in United States might be 27 or 26. Kay man kaltas sila, kay sila gasta dito yung NCLEX. Are you getting me? That is the trick. Kapag sila, liberal NCLEX, o sige, libre man kal NCLEX. When you arrive there, $39, kaya $27. And not only that, you cannot work full-time, kaya you are contractual. Okay? You are only contractual. They cannot even give you full-time, and you don't have benefits. None. No vacation benefits, no holiday benefits, versus a regular employee. Yeah. Por eso, manata ka na, hindi kami kunti ko, Jo. Kaya aki libre yung, sige, si Keret to, mampasabyondo pa to, you go ahead. Now, so labor cert, we already know, you're in Schedule A, automatic, waive, and that is not your job, it's the job of the employer. Next step. So, dito employer, okay, man file yale I-140. I-140 stands for Immigration Petition for Alien Worker on your behalf. Sila can man file. Now, of course through placement agency, they will send you, pirma. You have to sign. Date everything. Email yan lang kita. And then if you have problems, pabor daw yuda kumiko, pakilaya baste, she will help you, okay? So this petition, once filed, it will show the following. The foreign worker has the minimum requirement to fill the open position and classify the person as eligible for a particular visa category. Not your job. Trabajo ya de ALPA y también del Prime Healthcare. Nurses must be able to provide a visa screen certification. Your job, right? You have to spend. Gasta to. Then submit to them NCLEX, LD2 English Proficiency Exam, right? Then submit to them. A license to practice nursing the state of the intended employer, which is your NCLEX certificate. Dale kanila. Now, your employer must also demonstrate their ability to pay your wages. Not all employer has the ability to pay your wages. I should know this. Chene tablo ko bigo, Jo, at chene kami konosi alya na Las Vegas, o pwede man petition, kung nestes, I said, dito yung kumpanya, pipitsugin lang se. Because you have to submit to the USCIS that your annual income is at least $2 million. Ko sa laman sa dito you only, that's only 800,000 a year. They will deny your application because they want to see the financial status of your company that they are able to operate their business and pay your wages. So, nung makita kayo ng mga story, ay, barkada si Dimio, konose ka. Do not. Always follow what is right. Okay? Now, let's move forward. So, ulbida kita, si talya tudaan na Amerika, you will not apply for I-140. You will not apply for NCLEX. What you do there, man apply to derecho, state licensure de California ba o de New York. No need for NCLEX. Si talya ito. Now, this is the trick. So, chene di amon mga empleyado, mga nurses. Ha? Talya, tatrabaya ka namon. So, chene sila mga anak, what they do, kung saan buhaton nila, ipa-eskwela nila diri sa Pilipinas, kaya mas barato man diri. Expensive. O anak, dito na lang kasakwan sa Zamboanga. Eskwela og nursing, RN. Sometimes doktor, kaya mas barato man iki. Okay. RN niya ya gradua. Congratulations, anak. Di na siya kinahanglan mo kuha og NCLEX o visa certificate kay permanent resident naman siya, American citizen na. Pag adto sa Amerika, di na kinahanglan NCLEX, di na kinahanglan visa certificate, apply diretso, trabaho, license kuha dito sa California. Are you getting me? That is the trick if you want to. Okay? Now, so let's forget about the I-485. Yours is I-480. But initially, your employer, trabaho sa employer, they will, since you live outside of the United States, for the I-1, ustedes outside, I-140, memorize. Si Italian America, I-485. But before the I-140, madale contigo el U.S. Embassy man stamp, okay? It starts with DS-260. Hindi sa trabaho di tuyo, trabaho yun sa del employer, pati del placement agency. I am making it easier for you to understand. Because if I don't explain this, you get confused. Chika manada mo si Joey ko sa Costa Bla. Natable no may isang problema, el employer sa dila sa trabaho. Okay? Are you getting me? Will I move the slide now? Or are you okay? Because you're taking notes. Are you good now? Okay, let's move forward. Okay, so this is how it works. Ustedes, aquí na Pilipinas, it starts with I-140. El petition for I-140 takes 6 to 14 months. The fee is $715. Quien se tagasta? No maduele el corazón, el employer, sir. Employer. No, ito ko sa gasta. Hindi pa apply ko ustedes. You have nothing to spend except the medical, except the NCLEX, except the English proficiency. El employer, Prime Healthcare, will be the one who is going to spend $715. No. Apla sila pa John. 5 years siya, 6 years na pa, my friends, kalokohan. It takes 16 to 14 or to 18 months. Talyeto na Manila International Airport, mabuhay, alis ka na papuntang Amerika. Okay. Di ka liat en kontra ya, El Alpha International. Anda Sherica, Shirley Villanueva. Now, ara, kere to paspas man. Hindi, kere ka paspas. Oo, man-approve el DMU petition. Na si kere to, tuyak el gasta. You spend $2,805. Si kere to man expedite 14 to 45 business days. Hindi na to spera 14 months el processing. 6 to 5, nagasta to siya. But why would you do that, right? Mientras na espera yung kitrabaho ng hospital para sa kayo experience, hindi ba? O mambuluntir aki, para ligatulya, you have that self-confidence. No maapura. Tapos sila, makes haste waste. Mas mucho del disgrasya, tamuri kita, kay apuraw kita. In life, you have to take it one step at a time. Always one step at a time. Si pirmi kita apuraw, palpak kita na vida. Disgrasya pa kita. O yasali ang lancha na siya atrasa. Kusa manggali siya atrasa. Kaya di sila Diyos, no'y kuntigo mandamuntalya kay chenele purpose, ta salvale kuntigo. Are you getting me? People at the back. Okay? Now, so the next step is, yan approve ya dito I-140. Hindi ka this year, automatic pwede ito andan Amerika. So, ara receive ya to love letter. This is the most beautiful news. Receive ito na email ba, o ya email na kasa dito yo, celebrate, 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 celebrate. My friends, you are already made. You are going to America because interview ya dito yo na Manila, na US Embassy. But before you do that, tabla kaya, saka to medical anay, anda na BCG, the 15,000. El result del medical, hindi dale contigo, sila India na embassy, sealed. Anda lang tulya, chen magkalpapeles, dale to. Hindi sila contigo ang medical exam without that papers coming from the consular office in Manila. Dale to Kel, pay 15,000 at least, then results, India na embassy. So, na schedule day dito you go there, talya kaldaan, interview now will start. Nano matembla-tembla. If you're going to apply for a tourist visa, natatembla kita. Mga question. Question no more. Very simple lang, okay? Are you a nurse? Yes. Oh, where did you study? Yeah, Western Mindanao State University. How many are you? Oh, I have a husband. How many children do you have? 3, blah, blah, blah. Why do you plan to work in America? Of course, according to the resource speaker, Mr. Joey Tugging, no one can beat America. Very plain and simple. Tell them. Very simple, and then done. So, man, tatak ya dito yung passport. Tatak el Philippine passport. Talya. Na pwede tubula within 30 days, fly to United States. Beautiful, beautiful. Mira tutuman landing. Bale gayot. Bale. Hindi igual que el pollution. Donde? Negro. Ito pwede mira. Otro. Manada mga forest, calvo. There, none, no calvo. None. Okay? So, yan interview ya contigo, consular. So, dali sila contigo, tatak, boom, I-40, and then, converse kita, 18,000, BGC St. Luke, and then, dali, el-employer, job offer, notarized scale. That's not your job. Prime Healthcare, mag-coordinate si Shirley Villanueva, hey, yatakel notice of interview, dali al job offer, because you carry it with you. Okay? Tanday to kilala. Sina, schedule. Okay. Oh, is this your employer that hired you? Yes, this is the job offer. Tabuyala, cuánto el sueldo dito you. Okay? Then that's it. Kaya kere sila mira, kay chendi ka to employer that offered, and it has to be notarized. Okay? So, when it's done, then that's it, done. Within 30 days, you will leave. But before you're going to the United States Embassy, the beauty with Alpha SRK International, El Dila office is right in front of the embassy. They will brief you. Brief contigo, mga possible questions. But as I've said, it's already a done deal. Approve lang. Na, pero we want you also, when you answer question, you must have that confidence to respond, right? Brief sila. Same thing, pasaya, todo ya. Celebrate, matay ang baka, na barangay talon-talon ba donde. Bebira na Manila, orientation niya tamen antes to sale para Amerika. Clear? Okay, we're clear. Let's move forward. Ara, el question. El employer will only petition and pay you. Ara, si Chene tu marido. Na hindi man kundali ang petition, right? Contigo man. Na pero tiene tu marido. Tiene tu 1 or 2 or 3 anak. Under 21 years old. Na you want them to come with you to America. That is already at your expense. Are you getting me? So, si dituyo anak, 2,000, look, that's more or less $3,000 because per child is 1,500. O, dali tula kung Shirley Villanueva. Shirley, tiene un anak, taki el di mio, fee para ma-include di mio anak. Okay? Na tiene tu marido. Marido, 2,500. Dali la kung Shirley. Expensive, right? This is the trick. When I went to America, only Joey Tugging. I did not bring my family. Yan una yo ya. So talya yo, 1 year, 2 years, ya tiene yo vehikulo, ya tiene yo apartment, ya tiene yo na bolsa, amo pa yo yan, petition ko nila. Are you getting me? So it saves you money. No mataranta. Okay? Mahal, diri sa kaha, mauna na ako dito sa Amerika. Pag-abot na ako dito, nanatay apartment, nanatay sakyanan, nanakoy kwarta, daghan kayo. Sultin ako kay Shirley Villanueva, ipa-appeal na, i-petition na mo. That is the trick. Are you getting me? Okay. No mataranta. Ako palita men, dito yung marido ki, and that time, imbyak kita sen, buracho, kabit-kabit pa. I know that story. Kosa-kosa kita imbya, hindi seryoso. Hindi takwida na anak ti aton. Talya man di mi more na Amerika. That kind of husband, no ang petition, bahala yale. Hindi mi anak yan lang yung saka. May kever kumbo. Okay? Hindi, deverasan sa storya. I know them. Yeah. Costa societe. Now, let me tell you this. I still have time. Anywhere you go in the world, you work in America. I'm not a pastor, okay? I'm not a reverend. You have to be spiritual. Strong spiritually. When you are spiritual, you can resist the temptation, the evil ways, the devil that could influence you. Manada yo yamira di amon mga nurses. Sizable portion of them, hombre pati mujer, yadeha di la marido, kayang kabit sila. Yadeha di la mujer, kayang kabit fellow nurses, fellow CNA, yang kabit sila, yadeha di la marido, yadeha di la mujer. No hay man sila mang kabit, pero ya quebranta el di la familia. Se ba kita klase kere, si talya kita ma Amerika. We have dream about this. Yadala si kanaton el Diyos, so debe guarda kita, si talya kita na Amerika. Because the temptations are there. And you should know how to resist the temptations. Madada yung nurses, mira yung bankrupt. Por causa, pirmi alya na casino. Casino is very addictive. Ha? Manada yung bankrupt, yung file for bankruptcy, kay they want to keep up with the Johanneses. Materialistic. No. Bay, ang asawa sa atong kauban ay Louis Vuitton. Naablatan al moer. Digo, kompraten kumigo Louis Vuitton. Aling, nakompratan Louis Vuitton. O nebo sila kompra behikulo, kompra tamen nuevo behikulo. Ya kompra sila kasa. Pa, dad, kompra tamen kita kasa. Ya planta patio pa, isa tamen kita patio. Platya ni sila swimming pool, isa tayo kita swimming pool. Pa, ya anda sila na Paris, pa anda tayo kita. My friends, do not compete. Stay within your lane. Stay within your means. You will not gain anything materially if you're going to compete with other people. Be contented what you have. Are you getting me? Prepare yourself for the future. Always stay with your family. Love your family. El palpak de ato na ya, always keep things private. Keep things private. Because why? Si dito yung marido nurse or dito yung elmoher nurse, how many hours do you spend in the facility? At least 40 hours a week. 8 ora kada dia. Liga to na casa, kwanto lang to ora man spend na dito yung anak, pati na dito yung marido. Right? Poko, kaya lang. Naarasipan dapat kung tigula ba trabaho overtime or Saturday or Sunday. You can work 7 days a week, 8 days a week. The law does not stop you to work 7 or 8 days a week in America. Tuya lang man surrender. So tendency liga to na casa, stress to, you're tired. El dito yung marido, tayo kusi kuntigo liga to na casa, oh sweetheart, come tu, ay, tatarabya to, kansaw katyo. So tendency, your marriage is going to falter. Arali ka tulad na trabaho, takisigwapito, nurse tamen, oh, what is the problem? You know, I just arrived with my husband. It seems that, you know, he always, you know, argues with me. You start to spill the beans. You start to talk. Arakel hombre, entregal contigo. Tamira to kunele, guapo yagatle. Ta compare to dito yung marido. You should never do that. Stick with your horses. Stick with your horses. Do not get tempted with this kind of situation. Are you getting me? I want you to be strong as a family. Es el importante. Si mang kabit, hable contigo el Diyos will not tolerate. Manada politicians, mga kabit. Bueno, na primero tayo elektado, el kabit donde. Aquí, na siyempre rubay, ale. Kal sweldo na real wife, okay, naara pa kilala mo nyo, dali kinadimi kabit, narubay ayo, naaral kami, no ay kaba, kaya liyo dali. I am telling this as part of the voters' education. Okay? Let's not do that. We will not allow them. Right? Arriba Zamboanga. Arriba Zamboanga. Come on, shout. Arriba Zamboanga. Vale Zamboanga. Very good. Let's move forward. Almost Yakitalia. So, I hear murmurs. Can we keep quiet? Silent. Is it the aircon or what? I don't know. Okay. National Visa Center, amo limpia el DS260 packet na attorney or contigo. Na pero na attorney akal dituyo. Kaya el placement agency, sila, they have an in-house immigration attorney. So ara, si placement agency, mang contact ya contigo, hi, Miss so and so, takia el dituyo application, Enviato conmigo dito yung NCLEX, enviato el visa screen certificate, enviaya English proficiency, enviato no hay kaya no hay man fees, no hay man tuko sa gasta. Okay? Now, from there, once sila man approve, talya kompleto, envia sila ara na US Embassy, alya recibia to el love letter. Notice for interview. Okay? Di antay kita diretso na Jollibee, celebrate kita poco. Because your dream is already almost in the horizon. Ta pwede tumira, bale, ano maanay? Andaanay na Port Pilar. Andaanay na Immaculada Concepcion. Nabang kita isab niyo, matu kita pa masjid. Magsambahayan kita niyo. Because yan na in Rijiki, di matong nakato, yali ka naton. Okay? Okay. Now, under to na embassy, approve. Now, so that is not your job. Yabre contigo, Department of Labor, labor certification, chene job offer, pati el prevailing wage. Kosa ya dali contigo. No mamang problema ya, di rin sa trabaho. Okay? Now, el approval. Once siya pasaya to na job interview, interview na US Consulate, okay, rather, man-schedule ya contigo, dali contigo, di tuyo pasaporte, where you can claim, bira ole na kwan, na Port Pilar, resa ole, muchas gracias kat la Virgen de Nuestra Señora del Pilar, kaya ayuda tu kanamon. Amo okay? Now, el next, this is the real thing. So, talya ito na consulate officer, tan-interview ya contigo, why do you plan to go to America? Because I want to support my family. I have a husband. I have 8 children. I have a father, mother who is already retired. They are disabled. They have compromised medical health condition. That's why I want to work in America. No, it's a script. No, when you are being interviewed, hard. Not this one. No, I memorize always at your heart. In any interview for that matter, hindi kita debe studya, kosal corazon di aton. El di aton mga stock knowledge, abuya lang manese. Now, si man interview kuntigo aral prime healthcare, no maya alungkat pa mga libro. May mese. Because E.M. Garcia will ask you, of course, basic clinical questions. Diba? The standards of whatever, clinical. Mas mucho situational. O given a particular circumstance, talya to na ward, chene pa residente, pasyente, tagrita, tapatsa, o cosa eli, yakaga, cosa man to ase, situational. Yaliga na operating room na na ER, ben sangre ka todo, triage, pakilaya si triage, whatever, situational. And then to develop pa mga libro-libro. Okay? So that is what you're going to do. Now, yan approve ya, my friends, el vale. So dito yung Philippine passport, el tatak, tala mo sila I-551, see? Also known as ADIT stamp. Ese temporaryo lang si. Hindi pa el green card. El green card, siliga ito na Amerika. Okay? Within 1 month, no may tukal mang problema, anda kilala kun Shirley Villanueva na SRK. Now, once kaliga, nalaman kuntigo, okay, whatever your name is, o Jocelyn or Charmaine, nandito na yung kwan mo, yung green card mo. Nadalya kuntigo, bien sabroso gayot, el feeling once kita receive el datong grita. ¿Por qué? Na Amerika, manada mga illegal alien. Illegal. No hay papeles. Tourist visa andalya, tatrabahalya, tanlampas siya, normally you can only stay there for 6 months. After 6 months, illegal alien. Tachenyo lastima, I met them, the caregivers, mga tourist. They are akin-aki. 50 years old, 65 years old, caregiver. Tatraba sila, stay in. 24 hours. Isolated sila ya. Kusi-kusi breakfast, pan-pan, dale kome. El sweldo is at least siguro $200 a day. Live in sila or stay in. But is that the kind of life that you want to have? You're an illegal alien, tiene tu miedo? O, kasi sale to afuera, ara, siya tiene to, you are in trouble. Pidi papel kuti ko no ito. Deport, back home to the Philippines. But I pity them, si mga caregivers di aton. Ay no, tiene mga riko di aton, kita ligal na tatrabaha. Caregivers. Natalya sila, imbya na dila anak ki, kaya mga anak, mga tonto, tamen, mga loko. Pensabi sila dila na analya, bembali ka talbida. Que alegria, que compra motor, que toma, que alegria. Não sabe como dito na analya tatrabaha, tasuda-suda. And yet, ese lang din yung trabaho. You see? We have to be responsible. Kaya siyempre, el tamatalakan natin is isolation. Isolation, boredom. So that's why you have to be strong, mentally, physically, and above all, spiritually. Aga resa, tarde resa, come resa, maneha resa, always thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala or the Lord Almighty God. Amo se dale guía ka naton. Ese el tadale ayuda ka naton. So bien importante kat ese. Ese yo tapidi con ustedes, si puede ustedes pursigi andan Amerika, si puede ara pa prinsipyo ayaresa. Ha? Okay. So when you get this, tabali ba kayo? Talya kita na airport, nakuan pa kita, ha? Na airport, ang babay, of course, lurando taming kita. Tayura kita kay. Talya daton tatanana, blamang, relax lang to. After mga 1-2 years po namin tayo, ay man petition nyo yung kunti ko, chini kita sen, relax lang to. El utang di ato no matu, na un mes. Pagay kita kunese. Oh, which is true. I'm not joking. Na pero si gastador to, yaliga tulya, que compra este, que compra aquel, na no pwede to imbya. Always prioritize. Family needs first before el material. Oh. Before el mga luho. No maluho. Una priority, el needs del aton pamilya. Na este el vale. Si receive to este, that's it. You're already a green card. When you are a green card, my friends, you are still considered to be a Filipino citizen. Always remember that. You are not yet an American citizen. Now, this is good for 10 to 15 years. Pero porque mo to espera el 15 año or 10 año, right? Apenas to man green card, man work out ya to wait for the 5 years. Kaya pwede to keda American citizen after 5 years. But on your 4th year, you can already apply to become a American citizen through a process of naturalization. Right? Kasi hindi to man apply kada to American citizen, what would happen? To Pilipino lang to siyempre. Siya anda to, anda na mga Mexico, nanisita pa to visa. Anda to na Spain, nisita pa to visa. Because you are still considered for all legal intents and purposes to be a Filipino citizen. Are you getting me? Okay. Now, that is 5 years. Now, this is the trick. No one can give this to you. In that period of 5 years, green card pa lang to. 2 things. Memorize, memorize, memorize. You don't travel outside of America more than 260 days. More than 260. Siyempre, volve man to na Pilipinas, mga bakasyon, right? So you count. Si kwanto dia to na Amerika, na Pilipinas. You count si anda man to perhaps na mga Hawaii is part of America. Yan dapat to na mga ita. You count because if you exceed 260 days, they will deny your application to become a U.S. citizen. Meaning, hindi to sincero. Kaya lang to pasya-pasya lang. Hindi to tadali ayuda na Amerika, pasya-pasya. So that's why, maintain the 260 days or less. Kaya once you apply, tayo siya man kilala. What countries did you travel within the last 5 years and how many days? Naitsa to kilala. Si man total kal sobrang to 16, done. No pwede to keda American citizen. Okay? So that is clear to you? Are we clear? Second, este di mio lang say, I'm a patriotic person. Cheni kita dual citizenship, right? We are Filipinos, we love our country. I urge you, I advise you, when you become a U.S. citizen, apply for dual citizen. Because my dream, and hopefully that will be your dream, let's not abandon our country. Si Italia tu, man-miss to dito yung country. Biambale el di aton komunidad, maski ma-back out, maski flooded, maskin water rationing, maskin manada mga ladron, ni may kita keber, Manila. Vale lang siyempre, el Pilipinas, por causa el amistad, tiene kita na di aton mga batchmate, na di aton mga schoolmate, na di aton mga barkada, kay na Amerika, nuayse, tulang sa solo-solo na casa. Iyo solo-solo lang yung nakasa. Kaya tayo loko, mabuang ko, kaya ako lang usa sa balay. Na ay panahon, ako rin mustorya sa akong kaugalingon. Tang kwento yung kunel iring. Balik ko sa muta sa LG. Outlet, outlet, outlet. Okay? So you have to be prepared with that, the kind of life that you have. I don't want you to get self-pity. Tatyen na nalasti na na kwerpo di tuyo, ay, Rico Camilla, no, masilibaan sina klase mga hamburgeria. Si Rico man to, porque patuan na Amerika. Ha? When you go there, attitude counts, stay spiritual, and then, very important, no to self-pity. You have to accept challenges. Do not whine, do not complain. Just trudge on, move forward like a truck, a 4x4, 4 high, 4 low. Move lang kita siyempre. That is very important for all of you to succeed in America. Now, what you do? Yachenya to di tuyo, take what you to, alyan na Los Angeles Convention Center. Take what ya. After that, what I did, ala tarde yan dayo na US Consulate. Legal ya, apply, kwanto lang man? $50 lang. Take what ya tamin nyo, back to Filipino citizen. So, dosyo. So, si Volby Yuki, Filipino citizen, so, pwede kumpra propriedad. Kaya if you're not a Filipino, you cannot buy a property here, right? So, SL importante. I want you to become a dual Filipino citizen. O baka Volby to, kaya rito kore gobernador o mayor. Pwede lang. Kaya rito kore president, pwede lang. Why? Because you're a dual citizen. Because if you're a dual citizen, it is not considered to be naturalization. You are still considered to be a natural-born Filipino because the requirement to become an elected official and national position, you must be a natural-born Filipino. So your dual citizen gives you that status. Na, pero si Kore lang to mayor, konsehal, barangay captain na pwede to naturalization. Okay lang, Kel. Okay? Are we in sync here? Are you getting me? Okay. So, SL importante. I'm going to give you my life story. We still have time. Aquí, kami antes na Zamboanga, el di mio mayores, sinoring ibab Tugging, the highest political position, little president. Isa Kabatangan, Blanco building, kasi grande. Sumayang Galura, LSA planta, all the way, the biggest, highest. Todo project, todo everything in Region 9, Eletagara. Any projects in excess of 1 million, debe dimitata firma, and eventually it was my mom. Okay? But my late father, my late mother, we have no dynasty. One at a time. Daddy, naime na posisyon niya, muri, mata ko nele, entra si mami. Quando sale si mami na politika, no ay si Joey Tugging entra na politika. Because political dynasty, okay, destroys the essence of democracy. Si el tata, nana, congressman, mayor, councilor, todo, they hold the leverage of power and there is, it stifles democracy. Kaya sila mismo pwede mang kontsabahan. So we should not allow that in this country. And we should not allow candidates who are corrupt. You don't have to be a leader. You can talk to your friends, to your classmates, to your community, that we are not going to tolerate people who are corrupt. When I say corrupt, hindi habla na donadas na sen, but their moral values are corrupt. Jugador, tan engage in gambling, tan engage in galyera, na tomada, mas malo pa si tan adikto, tapo masyabu, or whatever it is. We are not going to tolerate this kind of people. Okay? So when I went to the United States, pobre kami. Ngay gani kami ni propiedad. 100 bilyones el centa agara di mi tatanana. Pobre. Ngay kami. Ngay kami vehikulo. Monta your tricycle, mi hermana. So we went to America. El Diyos bueno conmigo. Ya pwede yo tiene trabajo. Ahora si di mi employer, pati el di mio ex-wife, ex-girlfriend, okay? Nerskel. Io, lawyer, pero abogado, kayo naman yung pasa 2 beses. And that's fine, okay? Habla conmigo, you know what, Joey? I don't need lawyers in my company. I need her. Kay nurse man din. Okay, we're in the skilled nursing facility. Habla, it's fine, Mr. David. El nombre Filipinos eh. Habla ko na, that's fine. Habla na ichay contigo na kitchen. Lava plato. Pati dale comida na residente. Habla ko, Mr. David, that's fine, Mr. David. That's okay with me. Oh, you are someone in the Philippines. Your father, your mother, congressman, governor, mayor, mi tata, todo, konsehal, assemblyman. I said, that's fine, Mr. David. For as long as I am with my wife and I can bring my family, I can be petitioned, that's fine with me. Ando tamen ben priyo-priyo ba? Pagka, kaya snow. Kapag tayo kada mong bihikulo, kaya, yan utang payo, utang. We went to Porterville. It's a 6-hour drive Ligaya. I started in the kitchen washing dishes, washing plates. And rumpo el cariton, talyal comida, ando yun ang mga residente, dale, kunila. That's how I started. My ex-wife was crying, was teary-eyed because yamira le kumigo kay Alto le Tamira, kay Princio de Zamboanga, and then talya talawa lamang yung plato. Pero tiene ba yung lastima di mi cuerpo? Why? Because it speaks about my attitude. Yamira si Mr. David conmigo, este gente bueno de este attitude, kay mas kinyadali ko nila trabajo de cargador, y acepta lang le. Por causa di su amor na di su pamilya, na amor di suyo, plano di suyo na future, and I accepted it. In 6 months' time, my friends, ladies and gentlemen, di mi orango bien paspas gayot. God rewarded me because of my discipline, because of my patience, because of my passion for my job. Si anda kita trabaho na Amerika, uy ustedes allá pues detrás, please. Okay? Anywhere you go, it is very important for you, my friends, to really love yourself. Self-respect. Si trabaho kita, hindi por causa na sen. Si anda kita na trabaho kun amor. Hasta ahora, 25 años itatrabaja, bien excited yo anda na trabajo di mío. El cosa yo puede hacer. That is what we should be. Kaya di ato manada como yan na Social Security. Ya anda yo na, onde pa kaya, Social Security. Ya mira yo, I can study, I can look at a person, whether he loves his job or not. Talya lang tasinta-sintansina, dokel, bulaw el pensamiento. Ano naman na, alya ustedes pa, kaya naipayo ka ba? That guy does not love his job. I can see it in his face. Because if he loves his job, pwede ka tsumira kung nilakil ba kung ka, o sige, hulat lang ka diya, ha? Eh, kabaste, ikaw na po. That is what we want in you when you live for United States of America. Love your job, elsen, sekundarya lang ese. Ulbiday kita sekay, grabe ka, tiba-tiba, ta entral sen, na dituyo, bangko. And be very careful with your credit cards. Na Amerika, no carry sila paga to cash, carry sila usa credit card. So debe dito you send na bangko, chene se pondo, para si paga to dito yung credit card, automatic ta pwede to paga. It will be a long story. Because si usa to dito yung credit card, chene man sa minimum, right? Kung compra to vehikulo, your minimum is only $400 a month. So tapaga to minimum. Payable in 5 years, el kenta kedarico, el banko lang. You pay 700, pay 800, and then you can pay it, el interest mas taaba ki abaha. Manada mas sila ko, ay, barato lang este. Kwanto naman siya? $10 lang eman? Na 5 anyo paga to $10 eman, pagaya ko nese automatic, and that's it, done. Okay? So that is what we are going to do, and I'm almost done. Green card ya kita, onde kita parte, and visa retrogression, okay, is full of baloney. Hindi se deberasan. What is the antonym of retrogression? The antonym of retrogression is progression, right? Okay. So, carry this here. Si dali con ustedes example este. Okay. Si mira to aquí, because once your application has been filed, And what you can see is, you can go to the visa bulletin, Google. So you can see here, you belong to, na third, right? Kay EB3 man kita. EB3, right? Okay. El China, Kenyan apply ese di ila, el di ila, el date. Meaning, those that applied before November 2015, before November 20, tam process nila papers ya for an interview anytime. El India is June 13. El Mexico, March 1. El Philippines, those who applied before March 1, 2023, their papers are already moving. Are you getting me? Similar to C, close, meaning no pwede to man apply as a category of EB1. Okay? Are you getting me? Now, the trick here. CST, ya itchaara, yan, ya cambiase. Alaman dyan na yan type 2. Yan type 2. Hindi liya sale March 23. Ya kedale March 21. Kaya this year yan apply to that period na kaya liya. Okay? And then you are not moving forward. El amo sila man approve lang, el those that applied before March 21. March 21. Are you getting me? So those that can apply after March 22, their papers will not be processed. Moving backwards man kita. Porque man ese ta sucede. Kaya hindi pa contigo earlier, there is a cap. Habla United States Custom Immigration Services, for this year, 1,000 nurses lang kita dali na Pilipinas. Na India, dali kita 1,000. So sila aplikante na 1,000 niya sobra na 1,000, they will stop. So mira to C, closed. But that is rare for the Philippines category. So that is how visa retrogression is. That's why there were some who said to me, Joey, 4 years siya, 5 years siya, no, ipaman kay visa retrogression na siya, si kuntigo loko. Abli na porque tonde sa laya, na serya, pagay kami 300,000, no pwede kami mampulaw, na problema is dito yung. Why did you do that? Always avoid scammers. There are a lot of fakers, manloloko na Manila, so you have to be very careful. There is no such thing as, visa retrogression. Now, almost kita na home run. Kaya ustedes saben, cosa pa damon trabaho na Amerika? Because the work environment in America in the healthcare industry is extremely regulated. No makita man papatay-patay, RN. The healthcare industry is the top 5 highly regulated industry in the United States. And you don't want to lose your license. Si no hay tu lisensya, then nothing, volve lang tu. Now, you cannot make fraudulent entry. When you say you provided the services and then you did not do that service, yung document to, that is considered to be fraud. Okay? So always to remember, accurate documentation is very important. Okay? Now, el documentation ara na America is what you considered electronic. Electronic ya. Computer. Kaya, tascribi, cosa tayo sucede, etc. So what you do there, your general duty is patient assessment, patient care, patient education. You collaborate with the doctors, their attending physician that comes to visit the residents. Record keeping is very important. There is such thing as HIPAA regulations. When you are outside of the building, you cannot discuss about the patient, neither to mention their name, more so to talk about their health condition or diagnosis. You are going to lose your job. Are you getting me? Ese el bien importante. HIPAA, Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act. I conduct that type of training. So you have to be very careful with that. And wound care. Now, are you going to do wound care? Depende sa. If you are an RN supervisor, el DTO and yabla contigo, for the ship you do wound care. For the ship you do med nurse too. Okay? Medicine. Wound care, these are treatment nurse. So you should know about pressure ulcer. You should know that, right? Stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, stage 4. You have to be accurately do the staging of that particular pressure ulcer or wound. Okay? Now, moving forward, specific duties, este. So I don't have to go through this one by one. You already know. Doctors, what do? Doctors diagnose. Nurses, they just assess. You don't diagnose. Now, this is another thing. If you want to move forward with a financial, akil ba kayo, kaya to arriba pa, you take NP, nurse practitioner. You stand in at the shoes of a doctor. El doctor hindi nalaan na pasyente. Eto taanda na pasyente. Tang conferya lang to kun el doktor dito yung kung kento tatrabaho. You know how much they get? $110 an hour. Mind-boggling. Nurse practitioner. Okay? Naese si Chene pag to desire para estudya. Now, di mi use the suggestion. Because in the healthcare industry, RNs, Chene sa damon na mga administrator, will hire you to work as a QA nurse, infection control nurse, you do staff training, clinical training. My friends, siyo con ustedes, or to become the DON, that's the highest, right? Director of please do not matrabaho si. You're working 24 hours. Si trabaho lang to charge this RN supervisor, kabalang dito yung ship, volve a descansa. Si alya pa tumakyo ang nurse ko sa kosa, el telepono ring ke ring, lama contigo, kere ba to kel? Just be a charge nurse, just be an RN supervisor, at the end of the day, clock out, punamente, go home. Are you getting me? Okay. Alya na Amerika, no hay tiempo ya man nobyo-nobya. No, you have no time. Everyone are busy. You cannot go to work late. You can be fired. You have to be in the workplace 5 minutes or 7 minutes before the scheduled time. You cannot leave your work early. You can be fired. That is considered to be job abandonment. So always on time. Please. Because iyo tatermina empleyado. I have already terminated thousands of employees because this is my job. So that's why I do orientation for our nurses. I know this subject matter. Tiene de aton mga nurses that work in America, they come here, well, good enough, but they speak about, oh, este sina in America. Espantayo, tauyo, really? Wrong. Because I train them. I know the subject matter. So what you hear today, modest come from the horse's mouth. Because this is my business. I know this subject matter. Okay? So this is your job as a nurse, and there are different levels of nursing care and employment. We're almost done. El Prime Healthcare will hire you in the hospitals. Kami, my business on the tatrabaho is long-term care. Yechala kanila, okay, ay pera lang hasta muri. Okay? But their health condition is not compromised. El acuity tissue level is low compared to hospital. Are you getting me? Now, normally, sino hospital to, el acuity level dito alto, pero si once yung stabilize siya contigo, man-discharge contigo, anda to na long-term care on a skilled nursing facility to convalesce for rehab purposes. Okay? So, tanda to na facility di amon. Na si bang kede tamen, man quantity condition, kede tamen serious, call 911, pak, libet ang contigo na hospital. But the most you can stay in the hospital under Medicare is only 100 days. Okay? So, once you're done, libet ang contigo na kwan, na skilled nursing facility. So, na skilled nursing facility, we need RNs, we need charge nurses. So, alya tiyan kita what you call LVN, Licensed Vocational Nurse. 2 years lang si. Tuta maniha kanila, 12 supervisor del mga charge nurse. So, you are in a particular station, and it depends the number of beds that you have, then you supervise the operations of your unit. So you have 2 LBNs per up or 1 LBN, and then the LBN, under them, they have the CNAs, Certified Nursing Aides. Sila el direct care tapdale kunel mga pasyente. Hindi ito. Si tiene problema, lama sila contigo to troubleshoot. Your job is more on documentation and executing, implementing the plan of care of the doctor. Are you getting me? Oh, that is the job, basically, of what you are doing, whether in a hospital setting or in a skilled nursing facility. Don't get overwhelmed because you will be trained when you get there. But I'm just giving you an idea, a broad stroke, what is your role when you work in the hospital or in nursing home. So, tiyan namin kita uwi, rehab centers, mental health, assisted living. Na assisted living, no need for RNs. No. No need for CNAs. Now, the question is, good enough that we're into the subject matter. Pwede ba caregivers, kaya manatatatak umigo, o sir, graduate na test na, graduate na brand caregivers, man petition to work in America? My friends, the good news is, yes. Okay? Pwede to caregivers. Trabahalya. Mandito debe RN, ya graduate na brand, na testa, pwede. Alpha International can do that because they have employers there who is willing to petition you. The only downside, the bad news is, unlike an RN, caregivers, you have to shoulder everything. And how much? That's $17,000. 17. RNs, zero, nothing to spend. Na si caregiver, paga to 17,000. But is it a good investment? The answer is yes. Di ba yablay kuntigo? Di ka tulad trabaho lang to un mes or 2 mes. El Carabao yan da kita impenya. Pwede lang kita sa kauli ko ng Carabao. Oh? Di ba? That is the power of the dollar. Siyempre, gusto bateria? O taperdia? Hello, can you still hear me? Okay, very good. Okay. Clinics, urgent care. STH boarding care. Chene ka naton ta uyo, mga, tatraba kami na sir na boarding care, el dueño de ese a lot of the Filipinos are in the boarding care business. Boarding care is non-health care. One lang is all of them are ambulatory, kainuay lang sila mga companion. Okay? Their health condition is not compromised. So, hindi nisita nurses alya ng mga boarding care. Okay? So, always, kita. Now, going back. ¿Por qué man yo volve? Porque man si Mr. Tugging, sigo stupido kasi bunamentia, tabla ele, bembale, America. ¿Por qué man ese volve? Pa! Now, this is what I can tell you. My 8 children, all of them are already, alhamdulillah, they're already successful. I don't have to worry. They kept on saying, Dad, do not go home anymore. We are going to take care of you. Siyempre, yung tamin tata, alegrio. Huh? But this is what I can tell you. This is wisdom. While I appreciate my children telling me that they're going to take care of me. By the way, I'm already 62 years old, right? Okay. The problem is, tiene sila di la pamilya. No kere man sausaw na di la pamilya. I don't want to end up with a problem changing the family dynamics. El di mi anak, hombre pati mujer. Of course, di mi sila anak, pero no sabi yo si cosa klase o costumbre di si mujer. O di si marido. Kasi kedo niya, si Tamira yo, ta sila pasipala na di mi anak, baka pwede pa yung larga palabra. Ha? Ay, hindi yung tramite. I don't want that. Iyo se pakatata di mi yo. Pero el nana, masing cosa, el anak tapidi kayo, at kadal na, talyi. Ha? Otro klase ba? Oo. Kaya di mi ex-wife, talyi tatende kayo, at hindi sila bolbe. Pero iyo, bolbe. Why? I can tell you this. So iyo, si talya yung nakasa, iyo lang man solo. Ayun lang solo. So sa si solo yung nakasa, si kedeyo de edad, ay tumbay ayo. Diba? Kay frail yayo, ando nakasillas, I'm going to trip. Or perhaps kedeyo Alzheimer. Because solo yo, no yung interaction, no yung kung kenta conversa, so I get disoriented as to date, time, and place. Kay no man interaction. Por eso, I always argue with them, porque tiene na Amerika Alzheimer, dementia. Kanaton senility lang, di ba? Uli anun, ay extreme Alzheimer dementia. You know what? Di mio say, I'm not a scientist, okay? Kay por causa el tatanana di ila, no ay man kung kentang kwento. Alya dito yung neighbors, para ver man kwento, siguro mga 5 anyos, ano yung man kwento di mi neighbors? Sinala po, hi, hello, good morning, how are you? Salya. Hindi kita man kwento, so di aton pensamiento, el brain cells, hindi tam function, right? No, tolbide kita. Na yung pensa-pensa, si talya keda yung Alzheimer. Si keda yung Alzheimer, itcha kumigo na nursing home. Okay? Na, kere ba yung kel? Na itcha kita no yung man Alzheimer. Ya tumba yo. Siyempre, laman 911. You know what would happen? Liba kumigo na hospital, no hay gente, no hay guardian, no hay dimi anak, no hay pamilya. El hospital, buta kumigo na nursing home. Masking kere yo gente, itchale kumigo na nursing home. Masking kere di mi anak, no kere itcha kumigo na nursing home. And our business is in the nursing home. Ando makalastima kayo takal mga na nursing home na al mga caregiver lang tatende ko nila. Birthday, tiyan yung mga sa mga events, anak tila, hindi ka masking talama, hindi ka tabisita kanila. Everyone leads a very busy life in United States. Ang mga caregiver, happy birthday to you, pero el anak no ay maskin lama. And I don't want that to happen to me if I insist to stay in America. Por eso, si Joey Tugging ay volve. Kaya kita mi sobrino, sali afuera sa sarili niya, grabe ang storya. Ano kaya chismis? Basta storya lang. Oh, storya. Na tendency, we interact, right? So, di aton kabesa and stimulate. Talking about marites, okay? It's not good to be chismoso and chismosa. Just stay in your lane. Who cares? Bahala sila di strong ka di la vida. Bahala ko sa sila asin na di la vida. No makita manchismis, no makita entramete na di la vida. And that is who I am. We don't care, right? Just care your own self and your family. That is what matters. No may kita pensa, chismis, habla kuntigo, Jo, ansina daw to. May keber. I don't care. Hindi man patol ko nila. Oh, gente, tan marites, why? Because ese mga gente insecure. They want to make them feel good at the expense of talking bad or lowly to other people. Kaya hindi sila dali that kind of drugs, tan feel sila baho. So para kita sila riba, they need that kind of drug, chismis about otro ente. And that will destroy your moral values. Don't do that. Okay? Pero, si politician, of course, kabitero se, manada se kaso, that's a level playing field. Okay? That's fine. But as a private citizen, let us not engage in that kind of hobby. Amo sila hobby dito na Pilipinas. Por eso, manada takoreken man. Aktor, actress, mga vlogger, influencer. I mean, what is that? Do they know how to formulate programs or policies? They cannot even speak. Right? Kabar tiyempo election, kikanta-kanta lang, baila-baila. Naara ko sa kalisip kabesa, buang, sino ay sinilaman? Hindi mo pwede kumbersali. Cosa tapos programa, cosa tapos plataforma. Ha? Natalia, kanta ka, wala gente electric, ito ay takanta. Oh, natabayla-bayla pa. Naara si elekta, cosa mong kalase, bayla lala na konseyo? Ay, buang may kalaman. Oh. This is part of civic education, kaya hindi pwede mang cover el cosa si Ate Carla Taase. Okay? So, 11, and we will be done. Estel Vale. Plus sila, can you give me a bottled water? Mansip lang yun. Manada yung kwento. Ara sabi kita proseso, hindi ba? The procedural substantive part. Ara kere to sabi, cosa man el mio beneficio? Si talyo na Amerika. My friends, no one can beat United States of America when it comes to benefits because this is my job. Di mo yun sa trabaho. Ha? Okay. Social Security. Na dito yung paycheck, pay stub. Chenesita Italia deduction. Automatic withholding. No puedo tabla, oy, do not remove my Social Security. No puede. Automatic, the employer is obligated under the law to withhold your Social Security contribution. So Social Security contribution is what it means. When you reach the age of 62 years old, pwede at man apply for optional retirement. Sino kaya to trabajar? When you reach 63, 64, 65, you can apply for Social Security. No kaya to trabajar. 67 is compulsory. You have to draw your Social Security contribution. But you can still work. Hasta man kuba ya to. No pwede ko kita na trabaho. Tiene gani kami empleyado, 80 anyo ya, tablo kumigal supervisor, Joey, you know, we have to terminate our services because she has a risk to herself. I said, you know, that is discriminatory. There's nothing that we can do. I cannot even suggest, oh, you know what, madam, you have to retire. Because that is discrimination. Aki kunatong ko kasi ito edad. 45 anyo, di kami accepta 45 anyo. In the States can never do that. See? So let's go back. So your pay stub automatic withhold Social Security. And it depends on your income quanto. Second, Medicare, HHL employees contribution. Automatic as a withholding na dito yung paycheck. Okay? Now, as a Medicare, when you reach the age of 65, amo isa dito yung health insurance. So, si Imperma to 65 years old, yan hospitalized to, o anda to na doktor for your regular check-up, o tiyan ito mga prescription drugs, my friends, there's nothing to spend anymore. Nothing. Because siya contribute ya to. Tiyan ito Medicare card. And I'll tell you, America, the best healthcare. The best healthcare. Aki ko sa man, PhilHealth. Kwanto porsyento lamang kel. Nila bill dito yung 1 million, 2 million, kwanto PhilHealth pwede dali? Ha? Kwanto? 10%? No? Aki na Zamboanga, na Pilipinas. El queda rico al mga doktor. They don't have the heart. They don't have the conscience. Murya lang kita na gasto. Hindi kita muri na di aton kondisyon. Di mina na. Ala na hospital, syudad, 10 days. 1.2 million? Hindi ko sa state. Na 3 doktor daw yung andalya. Ay, yun na nga si Kose Ase. Crazy. Pero ang hospital bla kumigo, sir, na debit to kada dia, it's a 35,000. May ko sa klase kaleste. Muri kita na gasto, hindi kita muri na enfermedad di aton. This is the kind of healthcare system that we have in the Philippines. It is not regulated. In the States, the doctors cannot charge indiscriminately or atrociously. Hindi sila pwede habla, consultation, tu paga, 1 mil. They cannot. There is a fee schedule. Sita Italia, 500 lang sila pwede cobra. Okay? Si este operasyon is only 2,000 pesos, no pwede sila cobra $5,000. Cannot. Because it is regulated. Aki, bien grabe. Masking ko sila kaya ase. Anda kita na dentista arangkal gente. El gasto. May karo. So in the States, it is regulated. So you can get your Medicare, si Imperma to, includes your vision. Kasi siyempre tanto pwede mira. Libre ya. Covered ya by Medicare. Dental, gente, pwede tamen. Icha pustiso, kaya per del gente. Kansa conversa, ya kaya gente. Andalya. So that is Medicare. Now, next. Paid sick leave. In California, you are entitled to 40 hours of paid sick leave in 1 year. Si cosa dito sweldo, amo kildali contigo. Naara, kere to chene to doctor's appointment. Ha? No, anda to doctor's appointment, man apply to, si 8 oras tutulya po, era paga contigo 8 hours. Si kere to 2 oras lang, pwede tamen, kada to trabaho. Incremental, not less than 2 hours. You can. So in 1 year, you have 40 hours. Paid sick leave. El employer se tapaga, not you. Next, paid family leave. Okay. Employees' contribution, pero nandito si Manfield, is only 0.77% of your gross. I'm talking of gross. Ahora, hablo ko sa paid family leave, Joey. El paid family leave, si tiene tu anak, tiene tu marido, tiene tu tata, tiene tu nana, okay? Or tiene tu, under California, tiene tu hermano or auntie that lives within the household, tiene serious health condition, okay? Pwede tu man apply kung ese, you get 8 weeks of 2/3 of your average weekly wage from Employment Development Department na EDD. Aki, naman to saka. Alya chene because it's part of your contribution. Diba? Si dito tatanana, chene serious health condition, then while out on leave, ta-receive ito from EDD for a period of 8 weeks. That's what we call to replenish your lost wages. Kaya mong problema man to. Yung usay di may vacation days, ara pakilayas te. Now you can apply now paid family leave. Okay? So that's being provided. Disability benefit. Prinyada to. Hello, doctor, you cannot work anymore. You get paid for disability benefits for at least 42 weeks. So, talya to prinyada, kaya naman tapaga kuntigo, you can apply in EDT for pregnancies. We call that state disability. Yaman niya, to yung bangga, disgrasya, uwe trabaha. You can apply for the disability benefits. So, that's WT. Okay? To replenish your lost wages, you get these benefits. Do you think other countries provides that? The answer is no, my friends. No. America does. Workers' compensation, USL Master. That's why after my name, CWCP, Certified Workers' Comp Professional. Ayan Amerika. Siya disgrasya to na trabaho, work-related. Yan tisu to. Or yatumba to. Ya irito na trabaho. O tadweli niya dito yung atras, kaya karga to ko. Ya chino to lower back pain. Ya karga to residente. O chino residente, ya bombya contigo. Catastrophic reaction, combative behavior. Ya bombya contigo, ya patcha contigo. Ya kwanto, ya si Tito Tele. Your employer will pay everything. Everything. That is what you call workers' compensation. So, imbya contigo na clinic, todo gasto, no hay tuko sa gasta. Si habla contigo el doctor, cannot work for 3 days, no hay tu problema, workers' comp will pay for those days that you are out of work. Are you getting me? That is what you call workers' compensation. Aki ko naton, natatrabaho tayo na construction, yakay kita, nabla po ka kumbiyan ni kumbos, tanga agad boss, hindi pa ayuda ka naton. In the States, you can never do that. That is considered to be discriminatory. You see how beautiful it is? The benefits that they provide in America. And what else? Unemployment insurance. Naara siya termina yung kuntigo. Pero si trabaho ustedes conmigo, hindi termina. Kaya de Zamboanga, siyempre, nung kunin si termina. Siya termina kuntigo. You know what would happen? You can go to EDD. Esta el technique di mi contigo, When you will be fired by your employer, don't ever resign. Kaya tendency naman sila contigo, you have the option to resign, otherwise I'm going to fire you. Este di mi este technique con ustedes, because I am the master of this. Do not resign. You tell them, you fire me. I will not resign. Because if you resign, there are 2 things that would happen. One, when you apply for unemployment is good for 52 weeks, almost a year, say. But you get paid only 2/3 of your average weekly wage. Siyan resign to, most chances, they will not grant you this unemployment benefits. You know why? Because job was available, why did you resign? You see? Na siyang file contigo, then you can come up with reasons. That is considered to be wrongful termination, and then you end up with unemployment benefits. Are you getting me? I'm giving you tips. Do not resign. Better get fired. Okay? And not only that, you can go to a labor lawyer. If you felt that you were terminated wrongfully or you felt that you were discriminated, then go to a labor lawyer, big money, but I will not urge you to do that. Because if you do that, timbre ase, they can check your background, si man apply to o do not hire because, you know what, he already filed for a labor claim against blah, blah. But if it's legitimate, then of course, you file a labor case. Now, Family and Medical Leave Act is a protection. Now, what does it mean? Hindi to perde el dito yung trabaho. You're not going to lose your job. For a period of 12 weeks, you can go out on a job-protected leave. Si Prinyada to 4 months plus 12 weeks. Hindi to perde trabaho. They have to provide you the same and equivalent position. Are you getting me? Nadi secure to. Kay liga tutya tal siya, aki siguro ka nato, perde lang kita kur un mes, sorry Jules, na iba debo trabaho, dali kami ng otro. You can never do that in the United States. Aray, kaya to Prinyada, same thing. Siya tamang bonding leave. Ya parito, 12 weeks, para cuida-cuida con el bata. Bonding. El marido tamen, siya tamang 12 weeks, para cuida-cuida con el bata. Okay? Ara, dito yung marido, anak, at siya serious health condition, 12 weeks, pwede man-take care, dito yung anak, or dito yung marido. Okay? Are you getting me? So these are the protections that you have that you don't have in other countries. Are we clear? Okay. Now, we're almost the home run. Ara, cosa man el beneficio? Okay? No other countries can give this kind of benefits. We're almost there. Don't get restless. Number 1 is health insurance. But that is at your contribution. 50-50 say, employer is going to give 50% and you pay 50%. But there are employers that will say, oh, no need, I'll pay your health insurance 100%. Listen carefully. Si Italia to na America, el health insurance premium is quite expensive. Okay? But never, okay, decline health insurance because it is extremely expensive. Debe ka to saka health insurance. Siendo to saka, naman pala lang to bankruptcy. Man 911 contigo, that is already costing $1,500. Liga to na ER, todo se as a diagnostics, hospitalization, you are going to spend $30,000, $45,000. Where are you going to get that money? So you must have a health insurance, not only for yourself, but including your immediate family, your spouse, and your children. Dental, sa option niya dito, barato, $7 lang. Dental. Vision, $8 lang. Pay! Na pero si Cheneto Health Insurance, no malang espera, si impermo kita. So what I do, my friends, every quarter, I make an appointment with my doctor. Mas kinuha ko sa maluta sinti. I always advise him for him to do a complete blood count. You call that CBC, Kanaton Lab Works. Para sabi yo, si elevated ba di mo sugar, di mo carbs, o kosa. You look at me, I'm 62 years old. No yo medications, alhamdulillah from God, because I am using my health insurance. All kinds of immunization, name it. Titap yawa, kosel, di mga COVID, kompleto. Flu shot, kompleto, todo. Avail your health insurance. Everything is paid by the health insurance. Life insurance, that is an option. Tiene kompanya, tadale life insurance contigo. If you get disabled, if you die on your job, then you are covered. At a minimum $250,000. Este habla yo 401k plan. El company normally provides 401k. It is an investment that you contribute. El company tan share tamen certain percentage. So si dali to every paycheck $100, depende na percentage, dali sila $10 or $20. So it becomes $120, right? Okay. You contribute on your 401k plan, but you can only withdraw the money, okay, when you reach the age of 59 and a half. 59 and a half. But when you withdraw your money, Uncle Sam is going to tax you. Kay pre-tax manese. Okay? I'll tell you. Sinuayo sa ka 401k plan, el bolbida di mi ara kina Pilipinas, manretiryo, hindi yo komportable. Ya pwede man yo sa ka 401k plan. So I am now financially comfortable with God's blessing because I took 401k plan. So cuando ya quede 59, so ya quede Grandel Sen, I move it to a mutual funds. Move your money to a mutual funds. Dos. So it's growing. El paga lang yung capital gains tax. Ta-enseña ko na ustedes todo so that it will not stranger. And in addition to, sakay to daan Roth IRA because that will augment your Social Security. So you get 401k, you get Roth IRA, and you mutual funds, man-roll to konese, abre contigo. Live like a king in the Philippines with a mansion and everything, 4x4, done. Invest, invest, invest. No maakel, iyo, kwanto lang, di mi sweldo, resibiyo, grande ta kita. I don't care. Pero at least yan invest yo para na future di aton. Kaya kita, mira lang kita na sen na bangko, kaya ben manada ka sen na bangko. The following day, takeda jutay. Taabaha ki abaha because you can easily withdraw it. Always invest. Invest, invest, invest. Are you getting me? That is my advice to you. That's why all of my children, they have 401k. Because I have, pounded on them that you must have this kind of investment for your future. Kaya abli ko nila, ispera pa ka mo 62? Oh, debe ka mo mga 55, tan-enjoy ka mo bida di inyo. Tan-travel ka mo anywhere. Right? What is it in life? Siya natabla ka naton, man-retire, ay, panadyo plano, kay plan tayo business, bendes tebe. Yan retire gani kita. Abri pa yung kunal tsenda kada aga, kada tarde, kuntel sen, dali pa yung sweldo. Di mo yung man-retire. Right? Si man-retire yung travel. Manyayo para Bukid nun, Cagayan de Oro, Alegre. Sinaya lang. I'm teaching you the roadmap because what you have, mind-boggling what you're going to receive when you work there. Of course, I already talked about pension plan. And your employer automatically dali contigo vacation benefits. Now, but that is graduated. In our company, if you work 1 year, you're entitled to 5 days. If you work for 3 years, you're entitled to 10 days paid vacation. If you work 5 years, you're entitled to 15 days paid vacation. Now, holiday, chenese 7 or 8 legal holidays in the United States. If you don't work, you get paid for the holiday. If you work, plus holiday. So you get double, right? So basic esetadale, they called it paid time off. Como yo, 15 days siya yo, right? Pero almost 1 month yo, kay Saturday, Sunday. So takeda almost 1 month. So I get paid for that, and this is how it looks like. That's what hablo con ustedes. This is very rare. What I'm providing to you is already an orientation. Do you get me? So your pay stub, ang sinasel basic. So si dito yung gross income, $20 per hour to, ya trabaho to 40 hours, kwanto ka sali? $800, right? Tabuyase, pay stub is a requirement. You can file a lawsuit against your employer if you're not given the pay stub. Pwede tamin to man direct deposit, but still, they will give your pay stub. My suggestion to you, if you work in the United States, no ma-cheque-cheque, direct deposit. Paga sila diretso enter na bangko dito you. Kontra anda patulya man pila-pila. Saka dito you, cheque anda patu na bangko, ordo ara, anda na bangko. Letrata lang to kunal cheque, automatic na deposit le. But I would rather go straight to my bank account, kay tie up my bank account to my credit cards. Tan-o to say, el payment di mi utilities, gas, water, electricity, para hindi yung man-default, automatic tan link yun na di mi bank account, alias tan charge. So always direct deposit. So, take a look at this. So, debit to pag ako ng Uncle Sam, federal tax, right? So, a year to date, meaning so far, kwanto le pag ako ng Uncle Sam? $600 because this is pay date September 25, meaning January 1, 2025 to 925, ya pagale federal taxes $600. Okay. Na Social Security, $48, right? FICA, Medicare, $11. State tax, $42.25. So, kwanto siya sale? $222, right? Are you getting me? Pay attention. Kaya no carry man complain siya. So, porque man, 800 este alam nyo receive? Because of these taxes. Okay? Contribution. So, less to 800 este did you take home pay. You call that net income. Net pay. So, it's 577.84. You don't get the $800 because of this required withholding. You can never escape in paying Uncle Sam. Your employer automatically will withhold. Nanuay pa si dito health insurance. So si Geneto Health Insurance, you pay 50%, it will also reflect here. Your employer can never withhold, can never remove money from your wages, not unless it comes with your approval. So that is what you call your pay stub or paycheck. When you apply for a house, when you apply to buy a car, you have to provide your pay stub proof of income. Pero si RN2, tapakara lang sila automatic approve because they know nurses generate a lot of money. Okay? Pero maski nurse 2, pero sila dito you credit history damage, that's another subject matter, you have to pay a bigger down payment. Your credit history is affected. If you have a credit history that is within the range of 700 to 800 plus, that's another one. Zero down payment, you don't have to put any money. Di ba ito kung nalbehikulo? Takore ito. Getting me? It's all about your credit history. Good history? Oh, $500 lang, down payment. Talibaya kunel, Tundra. Sige. Or Tesla. Kere ustedes Tesla? Tesla electric vehicle. You know how much the Tesla now? It's only $38,000. Less pa, $7,000 when you file your income tax, credited kel. Nakaver to, pogi gato man yato chile, my son no boroto, Tesla, correct. My daughter, two of my daughters, they have Tesla. Pero yun di kere Tesla. Kere yung gasolina lang siyempre. I'm not an environmentalist, okay? So that is your pay stub. Are you getting me? Very clear kita. Ano abla kumigo, Joey? Abla to $4,000 every paycheck. ¿Por qué man queda lang 3,000 plus? Because of the taxes that you have to pay. Now, the beauty here. So, Chenio, 8 anak, kada man file income tax, I get around $8,000 or $10,000 refund because I claim them. Si minor pa sila, ta pwede tumang claim. Dito yung anak, spanta to eh. Taliga lang kung tikol check eh. Because you can claim that as a credit. Now, if you are a couple, no matuman file income tax joint. Don't. Individual, separate. Marido man file to, mujer file. Si tiene dos anak, eto sakal uno, eto sakal uno. If you file joint, you get less credit or refund. That is my trick to you that you won't get with any speakers for that matter. Okay? Na si Italian America, sabi to Joey, why ka file income tax? Kaya man, you need a tax accountant. Contact Joey Tugong. My tax accountant has been with me for 25 years. All my children have been with this tax accountant for 25 years. Manadal niya mga Pilipino, traka kuntigo, they will approach you. Sir, dito ka maganda ito, makakuha ka ng refund ng 15,000, makakuha ka ng refund ng mga 10,000. Be very careful. Ese is considered to be fraud. Eventually, Uncle Sam is pantato after 3 or 4 or 5 days, there is such thing as benefit audit. Sabi sila kay commit to fraud, you are going to pay double the amount. So if it was 15,000, you are going to pay $30,000. Dahil manadal yung mga Pilipino, sinabi ko nila na, ang yabang-yabang mo eh. O sabi mo na ganyan, ngayon tingnan mo nangyari sa'yo. In America, always stay legal, always stay lawful. No short circuit. Siyabla, no parking, no mamang park. Alya. Because, trust me, mantiket kuntigo. Si stop. Pasa tu nella camera, man blinkela niya na, spanta tu taliga la casa di tuyo, taglia il retrato del tuo veicolo, il plate number, ta cobre contigo. And it is expensive. $500. Siya plus the lane aquí, only for high occupancy vehicle, numaya, $1,000. No pwede kita akala silang Pilipino style inato. Dili pwede dito. Okay? Kinanglan, we have to follow their regulations. Di mi anak Chenebes ang sinaman. Tamad ba no kere man park na itsakala no parking meaning es ora park alya. Na yuta paga di si insurance. Taligal ya kumigo. Sila loko mi anak. But now is already compliant. Do not break the law. Do not commit any illegal activities. In life, my friends, do not lie. Do not lie. Do not steal. And do not cheat. Always memorize that. One day you have your children. You always inculcate that values. Do not lie. Do not steal. Do not cheat. Debe honesto kita, habla kita. Maskin sinti man kita duele. Habla kita el verdad. Naladronadas, the same thing. Sabi tul del Chino, very simple lang eh. Dale contigo, $100, palita kini. Si devolve tu palta 5 sen, you're done. He will not trust you. Same thing. We have to be very, akal ba kita, cognizant of things that we have to inculcate to the values to our children. Okay? Now, let's move forward. Almost kita done. Last 3 slide. Manada mga hambugero, umpla ka natin. Ay, alya kami na stopping, libre lang el kwan, NCLEX. Okay, si kere to alya, that's fine. When you go with the staffing agency, that is what would happen. El di tuyo trabaho is only short term versus direct hiring, recruitment, long term. By the way, el kontrata is only 3 years. After 3 years, pwede to sali na prime health care. I don't want, I'm done. Na pero healthcare, Prime Healthcare and other companies will try to convince you. Do not leave. There is such thing as retention bonus. Yaliga to na 3 years. Ablakal kuntigo si Prime Healthcare. Oh, we want your services. You perform very well. Please do not leave. O is a retention bonus of $20,000. Na, so continua to. Pero si kere to sali, no, ito problema. But they will not give you outrightly 30,000. Graduated, Kel. So after 90 days, okay, o 2,000. After 120 days, at namirto na paycheck dito you, another $2,000. Retention bonus. Now, one thing good with Prime Healthcare or this chain of hospital, siya na-assign contigo na California. And then, in 3 years, kapag dito yung kontrata, tiene tu amiga, tiene tu novio o novia, tatraba na Texas, na pwede apla, man-transfer daw kumingo alya na Texas because they have hospital in Texas. And they will carry your same benefits. You will not start from zero. Because in the States, there is such thing as 90 days introductory or probationary period. Your benefits will not kick in until after 90 days. But if you move from that same company laterally, you carry your same benefits. So if you have your health benefits, carry over. If you have your accrued vacation benefits, carry over. Your paid sick leave, carry over. You don't start from scratch. Getting me? Now, so sinastopping to short term. Amo yung galing ka markup, gasta man yung kuntigo na NCLEX, siyempre, man-recover yung di investment, right? Ispanta to yan, sign up to $36, the 27 niya laman to ta-receive in the next 3 years because they paid your NCLEX. So, iyo, kere kami, invest, after that, limpyo-limpyo to ta-receive, right? Ay, dolor kabesa. And you're independent contractors. No hay garantiya kay kada semana, el staffing agency dali kuntigo trabaho. Ispera lang sila lamang al hospital, si Chen sila shortage. Oy, we need nurses. Okay, we do. But we only need 30 hours. 30 hours lang to trabaho. And no ito beneficio. You don't have health, dental, vision insurance. You are not entitled to apply for paid sick leave. None. Zero. Sa batukere, trabaho na staffing agency? No. I urge you, do not. better direct hiring what we are going to have because you are considered to be a regular employee and your job is permanent, okay? Long term. Now, salary, $35. Amokel, pero tayo siya, lisibito, $24 siya lang maniste. Nayapitsiya sila ko na kel. Okay? Minimum wage, el minimum wage na California, the highest is California. The minimum wage now is $16. Ara kaya $17 per hour. But nurses should not being given the minimum wage. It's $38 or $39. In fact, 41, 42, kaya bertuse. Ablakan niyo, sa kayo nursing. No, sa kayo nursing, tiba tamen. Okay, so you already know the difference between staffing and direct hiring, right? On January 13 is direct hiring. Memory overload job ustedes because there are some of you that looks at me, I don't know if you're mesmerized or confused. I really do not know. Okay? Are we still on? Is your brain still functioning? Or would you like to stand up and, move your hands or what? Are you still alert and oriented times 5 or only times 2? Times 5, right? Okay, we're almost there. Now, I already told you earlier, if you're interested to apply and work in America with Prime Healthcare as your employer, they will be here on January 30. Specifically, at the Cordoba Ballroom, the time, tala, ese. Okay, akal na January 28 and February 1 and 2, they will be in Manila Hotel and in Cebu. Now, i-apply ko ustedes. Number 1, if you are an RN, may pato sa NCLEX, you can already apply and they will hire you on the spot. Subject to the condition that you're going to take the NCLEX. If you pass, no more headache, at least yan hire kumigo. Correct? If you're an NCLEX, then automatic ito. Ito problema, hire, man-process paper, you are not going to spend any single cent. Yeah, pass yaman to NCLEX, right? Except medical lang dito you. Now, so, it's your choice. If you want to participate in January 30, maski no hay ustedes aquí, no hay sila aquí, we have a form. Okay, we will pass the form. If you don't want, you can tear or usaba limpia buli. Okay, that's fine with me. Okay, if you want, fill it up. You don't have to give it now, but better give it now. If not, you can send it later, Charmaine, right? They can just email it to you, or does it have to be now? Charmaine, the form. Yeah, she will distribute, but they can fill it up later and send it to you via email, right? Because they don't have the luxury of filling it up now, right? Are we clear? Yeah, all of you are busy, your mind is somewhere else, you're already hungry. Dali ka mail form. If you're interested, then January 30, fill it up, give it to Charmaine, email it, or Natalia email address? Is the email address is there? Natalia email address, then email akal address referred to by Charmaine or referred to by Joey Tugging. Are you getting me? If you don't want to, you want to go somewhere else, other employer, fine. Okay? So, amo ese, cheni sila. Now, direct hiring, okay? Free immigration visa application, I already made it clear to you, and then no placement fee. Other placement agency, they will ask you for a fee, right? Correct? No salary deduction. No salary deduction. Staffing agency, deduct. Free airline ticket, Manila to USA. Of course, one way lang. Automatic immigration na lang. Deport, no. Welcome to America. Bale ba katil olor ba? Sa taliga kita na airport? Tuto klase mang gayot. Kapag sa taliga kita na Pilipinas, sabi ka sila, si Joey, tapos, otro daw olor di mio. Por que ka aquel? Otro gayot el America. El problema, antes, el agua conmigo, aquí, anat kita, mga masusyusu agua. Amerika, otro, eli kayo ki, tomali ka agua daton kosali, nga tantayariya yaman nyo. El leche, antes na tumayon, ara tomay leche di aton, tantayariya yo, takedayo lactose intolerant. Kaya hindi abla kay tampa-tampa, kay siguro otro ba kaya? Takeda man ocho ko sa tato makitaya, makaispanta. Now, kabar 1 month free housing. Kasi siyempre, sili ka tulya, hindi mo to automatically you're going to work. Because you have to acclimatize. Adjust, ano ito. Ito, klase mga sticky. Salito apuera. Tamiri ko nila, taliwa pa sila dila mga papeles, doon sila taanda, kay baka pregunta daw. Do not bring anything. California is pro-illegal aliens. They protect you. It's a haven. Are you getting me? Okay. No hay may cosa karga. Na kay kada 1 month, ayuda contigo si Alpha sa kadito yung ID. Okay? California ID. Si na New York, New York. Ayuda contigo sa kadito yung Social Security Card. Ayuda contigo sa LDT yung Green Card. Okay? Which you need and once you are going to onboard, liba contigo na employer, asyatud contigo, then prinsipyo to trabaha. 1 month free. Get me? Okay. Now, so we pass the form, and if you have any other questions, just contact Charmaine, 0917-552-1192. The magic word, if you're going to email them, referred to by Charmaine or referred to by Joey Tugging. Okay? Now, do you have, by the way, the 4th year graduates, raise your hands. Are you still alert and oriented? 4th year, nursing. Hindi ka mo tapon ni attention? Si yung maestro di inyo, dali ko ninyo failed, 75 or 74. You don't want me to be your teacher because I'm hard. Okay. So, el job fair di aton, sino ito pwede sige na January 30? 3 times a year. Okay? So, akan makin-gradua na next year, na 3 times a year man. Kada anyo, 3 times a year kita. Pero si Joey Tugging, hindi na kumbersa. No more. You will not have this kind of orientation. I just did this for purposes of initiating it, inaugurating it, and hopefully we have a video, and then sharing na YouTube, man upload ya lang kita. Okay? Now, this is the company on January 30. Prime Healthcare is the 5th largest for-profit health system, operating 44 hospitals in 14 states, 45,000 employees. Ara 60 sila according to Mr. Garcia. And these are the states that they operate. Okay? Alabama, California, Florida. Nasikere to na Florida, nabla lang to. Ayaw kere na Florida. Oh, nabahala, hurricane na yan, may keber. Oh, Georgia, Indiana, Kansas, Michigan, Missouri, Nevada, New Jersey, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Rhode Island, Texas. If you want to do a research, this is the link. Okay? Listen first. Hold on to your papers. Hable con ustedes. On January 30, listen, the employer will come here. Okay? As I've said, you don't need an experience. Okay? Regardless of your age, you're okay. 65, you have to, whatever. And, okay, you don't need to memorize. It's all situational. And it will only take 10 minutes, done, or 15 minutes. Now, he will hire on the spot 100 nurses to be deployed in these following hospitals that they have. Culver City, Hollywood, Van Nuys, San Bernardino County, Redding. So, nung pwede to ablaya, sir, I want to be assigned in Alabama or in Georgia because this 100, aki. Na todo sa California, todo kita kere California, right? Kere to Hollywood ski. Ito na Hollywood. Mr. Garcia, I want in Hollywood so that I can see the stars, the actors, the actresses. Culver City, Van Nuys. Redding is in Northern California. Pero si iyo, si Kerio Principia, andayo aquel suburbs, rural, monte. Iyo na monte yo antes. Masya Kerio, then hinahinay, ya anday yo na na pueblo. So Reading is far. In San Bernardino County, Apple, according to Sherika, anak mo, before I left, you know how much they're offering? $50 an hour, my friend. $50. San Bernardino County. So, sabi to, sir, can I be assigned in San Bernardino County? Naman start to $50. Kaya to, 2 oras, $100. That's already 5,000. Right? 3 hours, how much? 150. In a day, how much is 50-50? Quanto ikan? $400? No, buyong niya kita. Oh. Reading is a good one, but Northern California. And this is Alpha International. And as I've told you, nurses are the heart of healthcare. We swore during your initially stages, Kendall, Florence Nightingale, which is the mother of all the nurses. It is all about our passion, compassion, our heart that we have to give to our patients. Es el importante. As a nurse, tablaki, we have the opportunity to heal the mind, soul, heart, and body of our patients, including their families and ourselves. They may forget your name, but they will never forget how you made them feel. Nara, habla usted de cosa bakit ese si Alpha International? Este de la oficina na Amerika. O ken man aside di Sherika. Ha? Oh, si Ate Carla. They have seen with their own 2 eyes that this is a legitimate company. Okay? Talya kami. O taki si Ibs. O taki si Al. O talya yo. O talya si Blanca Flor. Este ki, ellos en Orient, aquelyan hiria sila. I oriented them. Si meron ustedes aquí, oriented yo onboarding. Okay? But I'm not part of this. And the other side, that is Shirley Villanueva. Okay? So that's the end of it, not unless you have any question. Do you have any questions? None? Are you sure? Hindi, sinus this question, why? Are you really sure? Meaning, you understood everything. Okay, Charmaine, can you kindly pass the quiz? 20 questions. Can you give it to them? Because they said they understood. Kalba quiz siya prepareo? No, I'm just joking. Okay, what is that? I cannot hear you. Form. The form is with you. Nada, you come. Speak. Microphone here. Here. You come here at the front. Speak. Can you the volume? Natalia. Say something.
Akala, i-entender man sila todo, no? Akala, ano? So, if push through kat ustedes, interested kat ustedes, so, este kau form for January 30. So, nisisita area ko neste ara, kung pwede. Kung okay agat ustedes, akal, tuloy-tuloy agayot for job interview, tuloy-tuloy So, estel form para man fill up. So,
I don't think so. It's practical. I have to,
Can you, man-flash, pwede naman flash
no.
yung number yan
Because right now, they don't know their passport number.
Pwede man,
The passport number, place of issue, right? Did you memorize your passport number? I don't think so.
Hindi, okay lang, anay. Kasi STL, man-flash lang to din yung number era.
Okay, ngayon flash naman nyo dito yung number.
Man-flash
Escribe yung number, contact, Charmaine Alabata Kianyo, CP number. Okay, write the name.
May paskin pa sila passport in the meantime.
Minsan wayron pa passport niyo, okay ra.
Pwede lang.
You can still be interviewed
Man-
and hire. Okay? That's I'm making it clear. Kaya siya ka di aton may pa, issue wayo nakakawa pa passport. Kung kaniway nakakawa pa passport, may pasaka, that's fine. Okay. So, you can fill it up, and then you can give it to any one of the secretariat over there, and email it, call Charmaine if you want guidance. Always when you email, referred to by Charmaine Kianyo or Joey Tugging, if you need further guidance, then just contact her or contact me. So I guess all of us are already done. And so hopefully, this will be the start of a good future for our RN and NCLEX. Aquellos mga nuay pwede attende, kindly tell them they can still come in na January 30. However, butita sila, butita. Last. Priority, ustedes if you apply. Because your name will be there. If you submit, nala Michael, number one, na aquel mga walk-in, sorry, espera, si cabez de todo, amo pa pwede, unil interview. Pero the interview is only from 9 to 5. 5, cerrado visita, afuera visita. 8 to 9 is orientation. E.M. Garcia will tell you about their company, what are their benefits. Are we clear? Okay. And so, no may mga question siya, di ba? Okay. I really want to talk about voters' education, but we don't have the time. I don't want to take your time anymore. What is important? Our appointment with destiny. Well, listen. May 12, right? Do you know what is May 12, 2025? Raise your hands. May 12, 2025. What is the significance of May 12, 2025? Election. Raise your hands who are registered voters. Ken el mga yaristra. Do not lie. Okay? Yeah, substan. Do you know what district your precinct is? Kosa district. District 1 ba to? District. Do you know? Do you know your candidates? Are they corrupt? Hallelujah, hallelujah. Very good. Change the system. So that's it. And if there's no anything else, thank you. May question and answer kay may man. Oh, sino ba di video kay pwede tayo kanta? I'm a virgin. That's for the very first. Madonna naman si style and Zina.
Okay, so once again, thank you very much to Sir Joey Pamaran Tugging for his insightful and I believe very comprehensive discussion of this orientation on the nurses and USA bound recruitment. So to present the token and award the plaque of appreciation, may we request Professor Algani D. Mohamad, the University and Board Secretary. Of course, we also have Honorable Isente Locson, the WMSU BOR Private Sector Representative. We also have Dr. Adrian Simorlan, our WMSU BOR Faculty Club Regent. May we also request Attorney Heidi Panganiban, the Project Manager of the WMSU United General Alumni Association. And of course, the Vice President for External of the WMSU UGAA as well, to present this token and plaque of appreciation to our speaker. And allow me to read the citation of the plaque. Western Mindanao State University Office of the President award this plaque of appreciation to Director Yusuf Ashraf Joey Pamaran Tugging, the Director of the Risk Management Unified Care Services, LLC in California, USA, in heartfelt gratitude and sincere recognition of his unwavering support and invaluable contribution to Western Mindanao State University, as well as for the inspiring and insightful words shared during the orientation seminar for nurses and voters orientation, guiding aspiring professionals preparing to work and migrate to United States of America. Given this 9th day of January 2025 at the College of Teacher Education Social Hall, Western Mindanao State University, Normal Road, Baliwazan, Zamboanga City, Philippines. Of course, this is signed by our University President, Dr. Maria Carla A. Ochotarena. A round of applause, please, once again, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, and then let's also have some photo opportunity. Of course, with all our participants this morning. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, this concludes the opening program for today, and thank you for being part of this significant event. And let us carry the inspiration and enthusiasm from this program into the rest of today's activities. So have a wonderful day ahead of us and enjoy your lunch.